Hey guys, really quick before this interview starts, I know we have a lot of people who want to go out of body. So this one is going to be definitely for you. I know we have a lot of out of body explorers. I don't want to say too much, but I do want to say please like, subscribe, follow, share the content, comment, even if it's just an emoji. Just these things allow the algorithm to find people just like you. So we love our out of body people, our a lot of out of body explorers, even those that are attempting to try. Brandon actually made a video saying that our content is what helped him come out of body. So our content and others, but I specifically wanted to highlight this because Brandon actually highlighted us in a video multiple times in the video.
Also, shout out to the one podcast. I'll tell you exactly why I'm shouting them out. Because I left a comment on your page and I told them that I've been struggling to have an OBE, but me listening to all these stories, it's like bringing back memories. I don't know how to explain it, but I felt like what they were saying was true.
So Brandon is someone who's following us on Instagram, on both of our platforms, YouTube, on all of our platforms. So as you guys know what we do with our brand, we're reminding you that you are God. We were reminding you of your divinity all day, every day, every day, every day. So we just want you to consider following if this is your energy. If not, don't follow. Please don't. We don't want to mess up the algorithm. But if you love this type of stuff, please subscribe. Please follow, comment, like, share, just so that we can get it out to other people like yourself, and then the algorithm can best begin to respond. Okay, this is what this content consists of, and these are the people that enjoy it. We know that we're doing more than just enjoying it. We're actually activating, and activating the content itself, activating ourselves, energizing ourselves. So this is much more than just liking something that you just enjoy for frills, So the fact that this can be educational and entertaining, I love that, and we love you. We are one.
The One Podcast.
Brandon Suarez in the building, bro. Let's go.
Thank you for
How
having
you
me.
doing?
Thank you guys for having me.
Of course, man. How are you feeling?
Oh, hold on. Just I don't use Zoom that often, so I'm just getting okay.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time.
Yeah,
Don't worry
yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
How are you doing, man?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Thank you.
Yeah, you made that OBE life happen quick, didn't you?
Yeah, so it's funny because I was trying I guess we could just go straight into it. I was
Yeah.
trying I guess Darius's method, even though I didn't pay for his method yet. I seen
Mm-hmm.
enough of his videos to understand um we're supposed to go into sleep paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
Our body's super he says lay on our back. He says enough in his videos to where it's okay, I know the gist of his method a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was in sleep paralysis, I couldn't do it. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, let me just keep watching videos, and then maybe later I'll pay for it, because it's about
Mm-hmm.
$300 to $500, which
Okay.
that's what he charges. It's okay. So I
Mm-hmm.
was then I you recently started your podcast, right? It's
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and
Mm-hmm.
I was watching your videos, and as I'm watching your videos and listening to interviews and stuff, I'm certain memories come back to me. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes
I
perfect
feel
sense.
that's true and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I left a comment and I said I've been trying to have an OBE and I haven't got one.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I like watching the videos anyway. Then that same day, I was sleeping in my room and I'm on my side, just sleeping on my side. And I randomly just wake up in the middle of my sleep, maybe 2 to 3 hours, something maybe a noise woke me up.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I was getting ready to go back to sleep. So I just shut my eyes again, just on my side. And I feel
Yeah.
my arm doing this.
Yeah, that's
And I'm
powerful.
wait a minute, is that in my head, I'm like,
Yeah.
soul?
Yeah.
So I just I panicked for a second. I'm like, okay, let me just not think and
Mm-hmm.
just focus on it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I just felt a jolt in my body. And then next thing you know it, I was upward on my bed. and it
Wow.
feels so physical. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you saw my video, like I kept saying that I kept thinking I was awake. It's just because it feels like if you right now floated in midair and then just like floated back to your chair. Like it feels like it kept throwing me off because I never had one before. It was my first one. So I got off my bed and I looked back at my bed and I didn't see my body and I thought I was supposed to. So that's
Yeah.
what also confused me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
So
funny because I've had the same experience going out of my body as well. Like the last time I went out of my body, the only thing was I didn't have that real level of like walking around the house. It's like I just kind of like you like said, it was like I kind of just woke up in the middle of the night
yeah,
and I was just like, oh shit, like this might be the moment
yeah,
to catch it. And then I could
yeah,
feel myself coming like out of my body, like almost kind of like pulling out. And then I would kind of come in, like the more I was becoming like, hold on, what's happening? Am I doing it right? Then it was like I'm going back in my
yeah,
body. And then you said it perfectly. You've been given great instruction because, like you said, that bringing that remembrance
mm,
of clearing out your mind, because that's kind of what I needed to do to go out of my body was when I finally just said, screw it. Like I told Abru, I said basically like, screw it. I'm going to sleep. But I kind of had like one eye open, like not literally,
yeah,
but just like internally. Like it was like I kept going up and then down. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go to sleep. But I was just like, yeah, right. You know what I mean? So I was just like,
yeah.
I'm going to sleep. And then at that moment, I just like popped out of my body like a bubble, and then just went through the ceiling, and then just started. I was in like some hallway, and then it just turned into a whole nother story. But your
So
your
was
story
your
has been
body
perfect.
paralysis before you left, or did you do it the same way I did it? Like,
I did it almost like the same way you did, not necessarily the alarm way, but just going from one spot to another point.
so sleep. See, before I had my OBE, I was under the impression that you had to have sleep paralysis to leave your body. So I was stuck,
Yeah.
and that was the. I felt like there was just one way to do it. So that's what frustrated me a little bit. But now
Exactly.
that I had my first one, after again, I was so confused because I woke up, I got up off my bed, I didn't see my body, but I looked around my room, and my walls are white, but it was like darkish gray. The curtain was missing. Certain things were like different in the room. Then I walked
Mm-hmm.
to my living room, and things were different. But again, I still felt like this, and I
Yeah.
I never had a dream, and I don't know what an OBE is supposed to feel like. So I'm thinking, yo, maybe I just got up off my bed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tripping
Mm-hmm.
right. So
Mm-hmm.
back to my bed to lay down. And as soon as I lay on my bed, I immediately just woke up on my side. So in my OBE state, like my soul laid down on my back, and then I just woke up on my side. And then as soon as
Wow.
I got up, I looked around. I was like, I had an OBE, and
Wow.
I was tired enough to where I just literally just went right back to my sleeping position, and like 20 seconds, within 20 seconds, I just felt the arm moving again, and
Wow.
like I hopped back up out of it, but I was like I popped back like up to my ceiling and I was facing my bed.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
my body again, but this time I was like, okay, either way, like I know for a fact I'm literally floating, so I'm like, okay, let me just get down, and my legs like I slowly came down to my bed. I got off my bed and I walked to my living room and I'm just looking around. I don't know what to do, so I'm like, I thought, because I'm like a soul, so I'm thinking, aren't
Yeah.
supposed to be like Casper and just, I don't know.
I
I
know.
so I'm walking around. I'm like, I don't feel like a soul, so I'm like testing things out
Yeah.
because
You're like
everything.
in there cooking. You like cooking in the house. Like, am I sold?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what's real because so I'm looking around and I'm just like kind of like just touching things and everything feels physical and like I'm every time I grab something, like if I grab this teddy bear, I'm like, am I actually grabbing the teddy bear like that's in the real world, or is this like a thought form teddy bear or something? I wasn't trying to understand it.
Yeah.
I'm,
Yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah.
I'm touching and what I'm not touching. So then,
Exactly.
and when I was in my OBE state, my frame of thinking was exactly the same. It was like I was still like remembering the videos and everything. It wasn't like I forgot stuff. So I
Mm-hmm.
remember, oh wait a minute, mirrors are portals, right? So if I go
Mm-hmm.
there, it should take me to another dimension. So then I walked to my bathroom and my mirror is like just a little square, like most bathroom mirrors are. I put my hand on the mirror, and it felt physical. I'm like, for a second, I'm like, nah, this is not gonna work. But then like I guess forced it, and my hand went through.
Wow.
Yeah, like trying to like grab the edge.
Wow.
I'm like, in my head, as I'm doing this, I'm like, yo, I feel fat. Like I feel like I'm struggling. I thought I was supposed to like.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah,
what you hear,
yeah.
If I'm a soul and I'm so powerful, because I'm thinking like, the way Darius and everybody describes it, like you're like Superman, right? So
Yeah.
I'm struggling to do this.
Yeah.
Like, and then I make it to the other side of my mirror, and I'm just in my living room. Like I'm literally just on the other side of the mirror. So I fall on my all fours, right? And I don't feel any pain or anything. I fall on all fours. I stand up, I turn around, and I'm just looking at the wall. So I just ended up on the other side. And I was even more confused. I'm like, aren't I supposed to be in like the galaxy or something? Like,
Yeah, another world.
yeah, like, and then I'm just like looking around. I'm like, usually there's no demons. I didn't see my body. There's no dark shadow beings or anything.
Yeah.
So what if I just walked outside? Will I see people? So I grab my door, and it feels so physical. So I'm like, oh my God, what if I like, because so far the experience is not what I expected. I
Yeah.
still keep questioning if I'm awake and just running around.
yeah.
I don't want to open my door, because what if I'm actually awake and I look crazy just walking outside? Like,
Yeah.
so then I had the thought, I'm like, what if I try flying to my ceiling? And I looked up and I just put my arms up, and I started levitating, and my hands touched the ceiling. And I like, I'm still like trying to understand things. So I'm like, what if I just like fly to like through the ceiling? But then I'm like, I'm on the first floor. That means I would be in the next person's apartment. And I'm like, I'm scared. I don't want them to see me, if that's even possible.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna work. Am I gonna see them doing something intimate with each other? There's multiple people that live up there. I'm like, let me just figure things out in this little space. And so I floated back down, and flying took like force, if that makes sense. In my first OBE, flying took like I had to think about it. I'm like, I looked up and I put my arms out, and I had to like force my mind to levitate. And I was like, yo, why is everything like, I feel like I'm in a Marvel movie, but like I'm like, I just got my powers. If that makes sense.
Wow. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I'm like, man, this is like difficult. So then I walk back into my room, and by my TV, I see like a ball of flies there. It doesn't look normal. It just looks like imagine a bunch of flies literally like in a ball. That's normal to anybody's house. It looks like a horror movie type thing. I'm like, even there, that's not normal. So I just lay back down, and I don't know why I kept questioning if I was awake. It sounds stupid because, again, I floated to my ceiling. I was floating above my bed. I went through my mirror. But because it still felt so physical, and I was touching everything, still, I kept thinking that, yo, maybe I'm just awake, because this experience doesn't sound anything like this is not like all the other OBEs that I've been watching on video. Like, talking about seeing Earth, everybody's talking about seeing the firmament.
Exactly.
And I could barely go through my mirror. Maybe I'm just like, I somehow got high, or I don't know. I was like, okay, let me just lay back down. So I laid back down on my bed, and then I immediately woke up on my side. And then I was like, oh God, that was an OBE. Let me try to go back and try some new stuff. But I was already so awake. So that right there told me that in order to have an OBE, I had to be super tired. Because the reason why I had fights back to back is because my eyes were like shutting. Like, you ever been so tired? You know for a fact that when you lay down, you're going to go to sleep. That's tired.
Okay.
That's what I know, and that's what I figured it out the first time. I was like, okay, for this to happen again, I have to make myself that tired. So I didn't take no naps the next day, because sometimes I do that. Like, I'll take like an hour nap or 20 minutes. If I feel a little bit sleepy, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to wait. So I make really tired.
Yeah, that's great advice.
yeah. So then I had another one. I was the very next day, which was shocking. Did you see these videos
Mm-hmm.
at the back of my channel? I was shocked because another thing that Darius said that wasn't true for me was if you have too many OBEs back to back, that it fries out your central nervous system and you get tired. That didn't.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like I actually slept.
Wow. Yeah, I've heard that from Rob. Have you followed Robert Monroe?
Those. Mhm.
Yeah, we're going out of the body. I don't know if you know Tom Campbell. I know Tom Campbell. I've heard him say that he actually was going out of his body. He was basically the first student of Robert Monroe. He actually helped Robert Monroe set up his whole sound lab. And Robert Monroe, for those audience that are unfamiliar, he's responsible. Really where the CIA kind of understood that they can have people go out of their body. Joe McMoneagle, comes from there. He got greater training on how to go out of their body, and so Robert Monroe now teaches people has a university of going out the body. But Tom Campbell, I heard him say when he was going out of body with Robert Monroe, he would do it every day after work, go help Robert Monroe. And he said he was out of his body. He would go out of the body with Robert Monroe, and then he would go back home, go to sleep, and go out of his body. And he'd be out of his body, he said, all night until like the last 15 minutes before his alarm clock was going to go off. And he said he always just woke up feeling very fully rested, very fully energized.
So why do you think like other OBE practitioners say that it fries out their central nervous system? Like, what is different about?
I honestly don't know. For me, I would want to experience it multiple times because what if going out of your body back to back to back is like 20 times in a row versus 2 weeks, or I don't know. For me, Ebru knows how I am. I like to test everything by my body. You know what I mean? And then I can really give it an experience. But I've only been out of my body like 3 times, 3 or 4 maybe, and not as even physical as you've had it, like walking around trying to figure out if you're out of your body or not, climbing,
Yeah,
having the stories of struggling through the mirror, you know what I mean? Like those are great, beautiful stories as well.
yeah,
I did
And I,
want to
and
ask
I
you
like
too.
to
Oh, go ahead, Amber.
just quick, yeah, I like to, Brandon, when you say too that it feels real, like you almost don't know if you're in a dream or like
yeah,
is this real or not? Because I feel like a lot of these OB out of body travelers, they're like literally saying the same thing of like it's almost like more real than this reality.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's great that you're saying that because it's like this is amazing. Like it's like literally so real that you almost like question like is this really OBE or
yeah.
not? Like you can feel and touch. And
Mm-hmm.
I think who
Mm-hmm.
was it, Corey Brandon we had on, or was it Alchemist 369? He even said that like you can like see more colors, so maybe more vibrant or
Yeah.
something. Like, so what you're saying too is like literally what I've heard too. Like it real feels more real than this reality.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't like the colors part, I didn't experience that. What it just felt like the way you guys are, the way we're sitting right now, it felt exactly the same for me. I didn't
Okay. Wow.
go very far. I didn't leave like I
Mm-hmm.
didn't go too deep into it. I kind of stood in my own space.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like if you were playing with your microphone and touching things, it felt exactly like that to the point where you're gonna be like, am I actually if I'm grabbing
Yeah.
the microphone, right? And you're moving it around
Mm-hmm.
like is it actually moving in real life or is it
Exactly.
another version of the same microphone?
Mm-hmm.
So many like it was just mind-blowing because everything felt super real. Like if you flew up and touched your ceiling and then flew back down and you're just touching everything and it's your first OBE, to me I'm just like it just feels odd. I thought it was gonna feel dreamlike, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
a little
Mm-hmm.
mystical kind of.
Mm-hmm. And that's one of the things that they talk about too. Really, I remember Corey emphasizing that. He said, when you're like, and even Alchemist was the one that clarified the difference between astral projection and OBE. And Corey was saying how the astral community, theirs is different than the OBE because they're saying they're projecting out of their consciousness, whereas the OBE, you're actually using your light body, your
Senses.
spiritual body. So they're saying there's a difference in that. And I remember this one girl, I can't remember her name. It's at the tip of my tongue, but I believe she's like European or maybe specifically from the UK. But she said as a child she knew how to OBE, and she
Mm.
said she used to go out of her body as a little girl and find the candy in the house, and she would eat the candy all the time out of body. But that candy wasn't being eaten in the natural world. You know, so just to touch on that, like, is it moving? You
Yeah,
know, yeah. But that was her experience. You know, I can't say that was mine, but that's what she used to do was eat the lollipops, she said as a kid. You
it's
know.
it's a weird like it's something that it's difficult to talk to people that aren't in this community. Like imagine telling
Hmm.
someone, hey, I left my body last night. They're gonna say, are you on drugs? You know, like
It's
it's
another level.
yeah,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
religious people on top of that. They're not gonna, you know, they're not gonna understand exactly what it is.
Yeah. And what you have to know too, bro, is that you also are now able to understand that you're an advanced being. You know, we're all advanced beings, but you're now operating in that advanced being shit. You know, you're
Yeah.
going out of your body able to access the highest levels of knowledge. You're the way a human being is really supposed to be operating. You know, these are things we all can do, we all should be doing, but the general norm at the time, you know, of making this video, they're not yet at that point where they're just all going out of body. So, you know, this is why we really prioritized. If you saw our last guest, David Lotherington was channeling, you know,
Yeah.
ninth dimension information, you know, high levels of access we like to go after because we could all sit here and talk our belief systems, our philosophies, but you know what
Yeah.
going on in your body is like, what it feels like. And as you begin to start talking, as we saw your last video, you know, you had somebody that was getting ready to maybe
Yeah.
take you somewhere, but you didn't have time because
Yeah.
the alarm was set, you
Yeah.
know, you
I remember.
know. Yeah, yeah. So, you know, where are you about to go in your life now?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you think
Yeah.
you're just looking around right now. You got somebody that's about to take you and be like, bro, this is what you're here to do right now.
But see,
This is what you go there.
I didn't even know who that was. Still now, I don't know who that.
Yeah.
And my second OBE video that I did, the night after that,
When you went to space.
um, yeah. So
Hmm.
same thing. I was sleeping on my back though. I was really tired because I do work and stuff, right? I was sleeping on my back, and I felt this time I felt like both my arms kind of like
Yeah,
you
moving.
know,
Like it's like that little like
like a
float.
vibrate, yeah. And
Yeah.
you know what it
Hmm.
is, yeah. So then I did the same thing. I just shut off all my thoughts, right? And then a random thought came to my mind. I was like, I think I thought like, did I leave the fridge open? Like just something random like that. It stopped.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Then I immediately figured I was like, okay, I have to stop thinking completely. So when I literally just don't think, which is actually kind of hard if you're not used to meditating.
Yeah.
So I just stopped thinking, and then within 20 seconds, it just started doing this again. And then I really just stopped thinking completely. I didn't expect or think about the feeling or anything. And then I just like jolted, and then like I was like sitting up again. Then I was like,
Hmm.
okay, I'm out. Like that's what I thought. Then I did the same thing. I slowly got off my bed in my OBE state, but this time I felt like something attached to my back.
I remember. Yeah. Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
why?
How did when you're getting out, are you like projecting out like you're just thinking of going up, or is it just naturally just like you're just getting pushed out?
Naturally pushed out like that.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's
I felt
great.
like sitting up, and
Yeah, yeah. So you're
and
not
then
even
when
thinking
I
about it. You're not thinking about it?
no,
Okay, great.
Wow. Mm.
it just like I naturally just sat up.
Okay, great.
Subconscious thing that,
Yeah.
but I'm not consciously thinking about it.
Awesome. That's
How
good to
can you
know. You
stop? How can you stop the thought? Like, because I have literally experienced those, like where I feel like, okay, there's like something is moving, like I can feel the energy, and I'm literally laying down. I'm like, okay, something's about to happen. It's about to happen. Oh no! And then literally, it's like,
No,
what I mean? It's like, how can you turn off?
you focus on your breathing. Don't say, "Oh, it's about to happen." It's about to, like like literally just do, like just think about your breathing and that's it. Like
Okay.
don't start getting all hype like it's about to happen because
Yeah.
like yeah, I know it's difficult, but like because it was difficult for me a little bit because it was like on and off for like a good like 20 seconds, 30 seconds for me. Like just don't think about anything. I guarantee. I feel like this will work for almost anybody if they do it this way, 100%. Because I discovered this way by accident. I feel like
yeah.
anybody watching this, make yourself super tired, and then when your eyes are starting to shut, just shut off your thoughts completely, and then just whether it's on your side or because I did it on both ways or on your back, just don't think at all. And then once you feel that, just completely just think about your breathing and that's it.
Yeah, you're giving gold right now, and
Yeah.
we were just listening to again another advanced being, Ryoka from the Sasani civilization, being channeled by Tyler Ellison. And one of the things that he said was, I'm not sure if you've ever have you channeled before, Brandon?
No.
Yeah, I've
No.
I've done it like 2 or 3 times, and one of the things I just heard him say, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, when I've channeled, I think it was maybe earlier this year or last year, but he said going into a channeling state is similar as going into an out of body state. So I thought that was very interesting because in that channeling state, you're doing what you basically said. You're clearing your thoughts,
Mm.
because one of the times I was channeling, I was right here in this seat, and I was telling Ebru, I was like, it was crazy because she's talking to me like through the screen, like this entity that I was, I've done it twice with her. And I told her like I was like out of my neck looking at the wall. It was like my awareness was like what was like here, looking there. And
Yeah.
uh when I heard Tyler Ryoka say that just a couple weeks ago, clear your thoughts, and
Yeah.
they said clearing your mind in the channeling state is similar to how you go out of body. And then I just heard
Yeah.
you make your video saying clear your thoughts. I
Mm.
believe like you said, anybody will go out of their body following that technique that you're saying. Yeah.
And I've never, prior to this, I've never like done any type of real spiritual work. The only thing I've ever done was meditated, and that was just to like release like stress. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm good at like clearing my thoughts. Other than that, I don't have a specific diet. I eat
I was
whatever
gonna ask you that. Yeah. Okay,
I
great to know.
want, and I like. So that's why I genuinely feel like this will work for anybody because I don't do
Yeah.
anything specific outside of that. Other than just if you could just stop thinking, like no words, other than just focusing on certain points of your body, like nothing, like don't think about anything. I think literally, like if you feel that little sensation, you're literally like
Ah,
right there, because like that's how it
Mm-hmm.
works, like
exciting.
for me 3 times in a row. You're like if you felt it, because I think your partner,
Ebru?
she said
Yeah.
you felt it do this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. I literally felt that.
And then like it just, as soon as you started thinking, it just like went down again. You know what happened? I think you woke yourself up a little bit.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
think so too
Yeah.
because I'm literally because I can feel it. I literally feel like something is about to come out of my body and
Yeah.
literally saying to myself, okay, something is happening. And I'm literally start thinking like, okay, what's about to happen? And then different thoughts. It's like almost like it's not clearing my thoughts at all. I'm literally thinking about so much stuff. And another thing I wanted to ask you too was like, how can you like, let's say you wake up and then you go back to sleep again. How can you not fall asleep? Because I tried that where I'm like so tired, I'm trying to go back to sleep. And when I can feel that again, I'm literally like focusing and I end
Yeah.
up falling asleep.
I focus on the feeling. Like I literally just, like I don't think about anything, but I just focus on that. When you're trying to fall asleep, you kind of just like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like two different feelings. Like you're trying to shut yourself down, but when you're trying to have no beat, like literally just pay attention to it. Like your eyes are closed and you're literally just paying attention to like this feeling or wherever that's happening
Yeah.
at. So
Okay, great.
yeah,
That's great
for me
information.
that's what worked like
Mm-hmm.
all 3 times I did it. I feel like with enough practice, like I don't think it should. I think with enough practice, I think anybody can do that. Because there's
Yeah.
nothing really special about me. I don't do anything like I don't eat like a certain diet or anything. I was barely doing anything correctly up until this point. I did this by accident, and when I did my first OBE, I was like, I'm just gonna tell everybody how I did it. So hopefully, like if 100 people watch this, it'll work for at least 10.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
And
think
that's
really
it'll
what
I
great.
think it'll work for
Yeah,
more. Yeah.
great advice. It's like a lot of the like your videos just really gives great advice because like I can relate to a lot of it too. And I'm like, wow, I literally know what you're talking about when you talk
yeah.
about that. And I'm like, okay, how can I clear my thoughts and how can I not fall asleep? Because sometimes I get so tired and I'm feeling it and I literally like pass out. And then
It's
I'm
like
waking up and I'm like, oh no, I was not supposed to fall asleep.
it's like a mid state. It's like a medium. I don't. It's so hard to put into words, right? It's like you're not trying to fall asleep, but you're not thinking about anything. You're literally just focusing on, like you're just paying attention to that. But then if
Mm.
Yeah.
you close attention to it, I feel like you'll wake yourself up too much. It's so complicated to say into words, but like it makes sense. Like I
Yeah, the details you're giving right now, I guarantee you are so much golden information for people
yeah
because I feel like People just need those little itty bitty tweaks, and
Cause
we've
she's
already got a
like
strong community.
already almost there.
Yeah, yeah. It's like see, you're just sharing stuff that I know a lot of people are not hearing, anywhere else. Because sometimes when a person is so experienced, like a car driver, somebody who's explaining how to drive a car, they may just say, "Yeah, you just put it in clutch," and somebody else may be, "Well, it is clutch." You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean the brake? What do you mean reverse? So you're actually saying, just the details, those tiny little itty bitty things, because our community is largely made up of people who understand out of body. They're not confused about this. They're actually actively practicing it, doing
Yeah,
it. So
I
the
barely.
information is golden. Yeah, yeah. That's why we wanted to get you so close, like right away, while it's all
Yeah,
fresh. You're going like you just went out of
yeah,
body. What, this week already again for the third
yeah.
time?
In the past 5 days, I did it like 3 times.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. So
and I even though I didn't, I didn't see what Darius said, like Darius saw, like as far as
yeah,
how the world was made and all that other stuff. I know just how to get out of my body. I didn't
there you go.
go too far out there because I'm still like
Yeah, still
I
learning.
get out, I'm like confused after that.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I hear a lot of people say. They say when they first get out, they really explore their area. And the funny thing is too, you actually followed us from One Brand. You found
Yeah,
out that our podcast was here, so you came here on our podcast, and we're actually looking to like our headquarters is right now. We've got our location in Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive. But we're looking to expand as we move into Los Angeles. Our next place to expand to is New York City,
nice. Okay.
Manhattan, Lower Manhattan. You
Okay.
know, so
Okay.
yeah,
I
yeah,
can, I can meet you guys. Yeah.
yeah. We plan on doing meetups too once we start moving out there. But we already want to do meetups in different cities, because as you felt the frequency of one from Instagram, which this podcast is really an expression more of that message, that one
Yeah.
message. So,
And
um,
27, it drops.
yeah, yep, 2027. So we're already moving to Los Angeles next year, and then to be near our manufacturer, and then once we have everything set up locally within Los Angeles, we already plan on that year to do a meetup, in New York City.
Yeah.
So already expect to see us in different cities, internationally, because Ebru is already global outside of the United States. And I've been living in Mexico before Los Angeles for over
Mhm.
10 years, so very much
Yeah.
international brand. I've lived in the Middle East too. So just a lot of we really do see us all as one, so it's
Mhm.
powerful that you've got this experience, but you've also got this expression and that you've had, and we've
Yeah.
got this connection because you're from one brand. And then you're from Lower Manhattan, New York City. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
and then what's your nationality? Are you Puerto Rican?
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah, yeah. Our son is Puerto Rican. He lives
Okay.
with his mom in Bronx, New York City.
Oh, well, I actually grew up there and I left the Bronx when I was 18. Yeah.
Okay, look at you
Wow.
Yeah.
making moves.
Yeah.
Look,
So,
look. That's how New York City is. Look, he said I left the Bronx when I was 18. He's still in New York City,
Yeah.
but it's
yeah.
so diverse, so many boroughs.
Yeah. The Bronx is, it's, growing, it
It's
was kind
its own
of,
world. Yeah.
yeah, it's like Gotham City. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get out soon. And then Manhattan is a lot better. When people visit,
Manhattan is sexy, man. Yeah, Manhattan is sexy.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. Great. Yeah, yeah. So you got to come out and check us out too in Los Angeles.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna be one of the first people to like buy your merch once it drops. I really,
Yeah, yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
aware of my videos.
We appreciate it, man. Yeah, we actually, we've been given every guest, that comes on the one podcast, a complimentary gift, as we're itemizing it right now.
Hmm.
Do you know what your size is that you
Medium.
wear? Yeah, okay, medium. Yeah, great. Yeah, so we'll look forward to getting you something out. Um,
Oh,
but we normally say that at the end, but now I may have got myself
oh,
in trouble saying in the middle. because it hasn't happened like that's what we're doing. It's just been happening organically.
Yeah,
Us
yeah.
giving each guest,
Thank you.
something. Yeah, but thank you very much for being outspoken, being yourself, being radiant, and authentic, because that's what we really speak on. And you're literally changing the world. I'm telling you, you may not know, you know what I mean, but
Yeah.
you're changing the world, bling bling, and it's not all that ice, It's just
So
you.
no, I was hoping like, okay, if even though I didn't do much in my I didn't feel like I did much in my OBEs, but I was like, if it helps people leave their body and actually have the experience, like,
Bro,
you,
you changed the world already. I'm
I
telling
mean,
you.
you
yeah,
have already changed. Like,
I'm
I'm so
telling you.
excited to
Yeah.
go to sleep
Oh yeah.
today.
I'm
Like, really do what you've been like saying. All these like great.
Yeah.
We were
Uh-huh.
talking about it with Reginald. We were like, wow, these are great videos that you've been
Yeah.
literally talking.
yeah,
That you can relate. Very
Yeah.
fresh. First time is so valuable. Talking
yeah,
that you can relate. Very
Yeah.
fresh. First time is so valuable.
guarantee. Like, I feel 100% the way to do it. So let's say if you go to bed at 10, right? Set your
Yeah.
alarm clock for 1 a.m. Like, once you wake up at 1 a.m., you're gonna be super tired. When your eyes are shut, you should, at least for me, 3 times in a row, you should leave your body within like 20, 30 seconds. And
Okay,
I
that's
had
good to
no
know.
training before that. I think for most people, like, I think you guys, once you wake up at like 2 to 3 hours after that, like, literally just pick a sleeping position, whether it's your back or your side, and just meditate. You
Yeah, I'm telling you, you're telling sauce right now. I'm telling you, you're literally
Yeah,
giving the sauce because
should be
yeah,
100.
like that's how I went out of my body. You know what I'm saying? Remember I told you the last time I went out of the body popped out, it was waking up in the middle of the night and it was getting to that state. But see, if I had somebody who was just telling me just go into a meditative state instead of me trying to, that's why I was going up and down, like I was stretching out of like the magnetic field or
Yeah,
whatever.
and don't think about it at
Mhm.
all. Like,
Yeah.
even when it feels so weird and uncomfortable because it feels like your ears start to ring too. I forgot to mention that. Your ears
Hmm.
ring, and then like you feel a jolt. Literally, like the expression like poker face. Have like a poker mind.
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
makes don't
Yeah.
reaction to anything that's happening
Yeah.
until you are out.
Yeah, it's that. Remember, I told you when I said I was going to sleep, but keeping like one eye open. It's
Yeah,
like the same thing. Go to sleep, but stay aware. Like
yeah,
stay present.
yeah. Because when you think like too hard about it, you might wake yourself up too much.
Yeah.
That's
Hmm.
what you don't want to do.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. The thing is,
Y'all
I've been on
both
like a
tonight. I think y'all could both like literally tonight like do this.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it
I
feels
can. Yeah. Yeah. I know for a fact that I can do it. I just
yeah,
what's been going on with me is I just I don't really sleep that much.
yeah, yeah,
And then sometimes I sleep deep because I'm doing right now like that. Like I really want my energy to just come from the sun because I've lived breatharian before.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I really want to power myself just on solar energy and air energy or prana. And then like if I like I tell Ebru, if I fall off a wagon, like oh if I'm eating dirty, I'm eating like fruit,
yeah,
water. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, I messed up. So I'm eating fruit and water. And then if I'm really doing bad, okay, I'm eating vegetarian food. And then if I have a taste for some type of meat, I still eat meat. But I
yeah.
haven't ate meat in months. But
Mm.
I don't like if I wanted something right now, I would want it. But so that's just sometimes when you take in that fruit, that high level energy that what I felt with not needing to digest, you don't need to sleep as much. Abru's even gone on a fast. I'm not sure if you've done fasting, but
Yeah.
those fasts you
I was,
can just have energy.
and you don't need to sleep that much, which yeah. So if fasting, yeah, like when I fasted before, like I don't know how to explain this. So I've gone on 3 day fast before, right?
Yeah,
No, yeah, it's like you were for like the first day, I got like hunger pains a little bit because it's like the
yeah,
first,
definitely, definitely.
second, and the third day, it's my body goes into I guess what's called like ketosis, where
Hmm.
I feel like I feel like super like energized afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm like
Have you gone longer than 3 days?
no,
You should consider it, bro.
I
It's a
was,
journey. It's a journey. It's a
yeah,
journey.
because it was
Eh,
healthy. I felt very good after it. Didn't
exactly.
feel like pain or anything.
Yeah, because
I have
Ebru just
like
did her first time
I did
last year.
my first time ever fasting was like 7 days. And
Wow.
after I got after these 2 3 days, that's where I feel like wow, like I can just keep like it gets so much easier. And it's like, but I was like, I had like out of these 7 days, I had like 3 days, 2 or 3 days with like no water, no food, and the rest of the days was like just juices or something. But it was just amazing how I literally felt like, man, I had so much energy, like
Yeah.
so much energy, and
Yeah.
it's amazing. I can keep going, and I'm like, what am I doing? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I have so much
Training,
time. I don't need to cook.
gym.
I need to clean.
Hmm.
I need to do nothing.
Yeah.
See, my question is this: is how is that possible? Because you have people that go on 30-day fast, 40-day fast. How is it that our bodies can feel good without nutrients when we were
Yeah.
taught need nutrients to feel
Yeah.
energy?
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
how is this in reverse now? Like, how
This
does that?
is,
I
yeah,
think
this is how,
Reginald might be like he did a 40 days fast. When I was doing my 7 days, he was already doing his 20 something, and then we did it together. I stopped, and he was still going. So I think he did like 40 days.
yeah, I did 40 days last year, and then I did 40 days before when I was in the Middle East. But
Is it
you
lose too much weight or no? Like,
I just feel like it's
I feel like
intentional. I feel like,
at a certain point, would that be the case? It will stay
but
at a.
like I can probably put images in this, where you can see where my body went from and then where it went down to. And I did feel like at a certain point it was at a certain point. But you'll see from me being in the gym, to now going down to this weight, I may have went from dropped like 40 pounds, which isn't unnatural for people that do fast,
Yeah.
so I went from like 170 something, five maybe, to like 30 something, maybe even 129, but it was a lot of weight drop. But there were different times I felt weak because when I did in the Middle East, I was in religion. I was following. I really wasn't necessarily a Christian, but I was more of a Christian then. And then after I became a Christian, I just focused on following Jesus. And then after that, I was just like, oh shit, this stuff was all made up.
Yeah. Yeah. See,
These
and
niggas got me.
I grew up Catholic, and again, I don't want to insult anybody's religion or anything that anybody
No,
wants.
it's just your experience. It's just your
Yeah.
experience. Yeah.
So growing up, I grew up Catholic, and I actually went to a Catholic school, like growing up in elementary school. And as a kid, I'm like, it feels so judgmental every step of the way. No tattoos, or you go to hell. No piercings, or you go to hell. Uh, if you have sexual intercourse before marriage, you go to hell. I'm like, there's so many commandments, and then God loves you unconditionally, but you go to hell if you break any of the 10 commandments. I'm like, at the whole, it started contradicting itself, and I'm like, I had more questions than they were willing to give me, and then like I just didn't understand. But then I'm like, wait a minute, there's like thousands of religions out there. Which one? How do we know which one is correct? So
Yeah.
that's had
Mm-hmm.
so much questions growing up,
Yeah.
and then I, I I've always questioned it, and I've always wondered why more people didn't question it. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
life is
Exactly.
temporary, right? Why are you
Mm-hmm.
not more curious what happens after we leave?
Exactly. Yeah.
Because like that's more long term where we go
Mm-hmm.
after.
Exactly. Exactly.
So yeah. So then I later on in life, like maybe within just this year, I discovered Darius, and I'm like, OBE, what is that? And as
Mm-hmm.
he starts talking, then I discover all the other channels that talk about the same thing. Then I eventually found you, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's like a cheat
Yeah.
code.
Literally, bro. And I'm always
Yeah.
about those life hacks and cheat codes. And
And what he said and what you guys
yeah.
say makes
Mm-hmm.
the most logical sense
Yeah.
versus what I grew up being taught.
Yeah. And I used to follow the Bible, man, like so much. I've even had a bishop like make me a pastor. I didn't ask to be made a pastor. He just made me one, but like sometimes when they speak with like the spirit,
Yeah.
people like he basically said that, apostle to the apostles, prophet to the prophets. And he gave me a Bible, wrote on a Bible. I was actually just passing through the area. Like it wasn't like this was a church I even went to. It wasn't even a church. It was actually a business, but the business was ran by the bishop. He had all these different businesses. And it was a cleaning company called the Master's Touch. So before I moved to New York, I got out of banking and went straight into Redding, California. with my ex-wife now and our son Trey when he was born out there. And she actually went into labor on Labor Day, but it was very powerful experience, just going through that journey. And when we went through Arizona randomly to get the training, the bishop uh, at the end of the day ceremony, getting our certificate, he just does a blessing on us, and then just stuff starts coming out of his mouth. But it's like what he's saying then, I see it now.
Mm.
Um, but I just don't necessarily see it from the religious sense. I see it more of a spiritual sense, because I still love all my Christian people. I love Muslims when I lived over there. I love religious people. Like I see where their heart is, but it's like
Yeah.
they're just trained to be judgmental. They're trained
Yeah.
to create a divide. Like, so it's almost like they're military, but they just don't know
Yeah.
it.
And then they try to, from my experience, they'll try to force their beliefs upon you. And even when you say, "Oh no, I'm not,"
Hmm.
respectfully, I'm Christian, I don't believe in that. They'll like keep bringing it up over again.
Yeah.
You
Hmm.
know.
And they have
So
fear. It's fear too, because they don't
yeah,
want you to go to hell. You know what I mean? And so it's a crazy. Uh, I hate to call it a mind fuck, but it's created by the Matrix, the Anunnaki. So that is really what they came to do, is to mind
it's,
fuck us.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's I have a lot of Christian, like even at work or just people I come across on a regular basis, that they'll say, "Oh, the end times are coming." So some parts of the Bible may be true, but it's like the fear parts are like super amplified in their
Yeah.
mind. They're like, "Oh, Jesus is gonna come down. He's gonna take his followers with him, and if you don't convert to Christianity, you're gonna be burned to hell for eternity." And me, of course, I don't
Yeah.
do that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And,
don't
yeah.
care.
And the thing is, what I believe, bro, is it just from I have like I always tell people, I'm like the richest person on time. I really believe that in a lot of ways. I'm getting busier now, but I still
Yeah.
have so much free time to explore all this stuff. But I really believe that everybody has their own reality. Like, whether we realize it or not, is how powerful we are as gods. It sounds like we're all really co-creating on some level, but I really believe everybody will have their own belief system. So how you hear it, like some people that believe in that karma stuff, they will be having to go through that karma cycle. Some people that believe what I believe Darius talks about, the ultimate truth. Like, no, you're just God. You don't
Yeah.
gotta bow down to anything. You're just that. People that
Yeah.
believe there's gonna be some Jesus, some miraculous moment, everybody disappears. They may experience that reality. I'm not here to discount anybody's reality. The
Yeah.
biggest thing that I want to do is just show people that there's a choice that they have, because I did
Yeah.
not know I had this choice a long time ago, and I remember it kind of coming into my energy, and how just quick I would be rejecting it. I would have rejected channeling so quick, so fast. You wouldn't even had a chance to, bring it up. Anything crystals, magic. No. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. I just like how, like, I genuinely believe that everybody creates their own reality. Just like how if I have an OBE, you have an OBE, she has an OBE as well. We're all gonna see different things based on
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
thoughts, our belief systems. The
Yeah.
spirit guide that I saw talking on the corner of my room is gonna be different from the way your spirit guide talks to you. So I think that
Mm-hmm.
we all create our realities, like on the other side completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Bashar?
Yeah, it's Daryl Anka.
Daryl Anka,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
because he talks about that, how we're all illusions, so it's
yeah.
like you're
It'll be like
you're the
waking
real you.
it'll be like waking up from a dream once we like pass on. How he
Yeah.
just
And like everybody that's like how like right now, you're the only person that's real in your world. We're just two illusions in your world right now. And that we have our own world and Ebru has her own world, but this is your world where you're on the one podcast, Brandon Suarez, like this
yeah,
is this is what you created, but you're the God of this world. So
yeah,
you're truly in control of it as God. It's a very powerful thing to understand, but it also puts a level of, I can't remember who we spoke with, but they said responsibility,
yeah,
because you have this knowledge, you have this power to affect your own world. When you know that you picked your own parents,
yeah,
that automatically puts you in a position like, okay, I'm empowered now. I'm not victimized anymore. Like, why would I do this as God? Why would I make my situation with my parents maybe difficult. You know, why would I come to a place to transmute energy, to transmute something like this? Oh, maybe I am here to transmute this situation,
Yeah.
because we came here to get more powerful, they say. You know, there's that whole debate of, is this a school or a prison? You know?
Yeah. And what I noticed is that like people like Bashar and all the other OBE channels, they started making videos like when they understood it more. Like once they had like enough OBEs to like I guess where they felt comfortable talking about it. Like me, I just made a video where even when I was entirely confused as to
Yeah.
what, even now I'm still with the second and third one, I still don't know why I saw the things I saw.
Yeah.
Like
It's great information though.
yeah, like with the second OBE, there was a string or a cord attached to my back.
Hmm.
I was like, I knew my body was behind me, so I try to like run out the room. And as I'm running, like it's like something is yanking me back. I don't understand why that was happening. So out of desperation, I like leaped forward and then I jumped again and it flew out my window. Whereas in the first OBE, it like took force to fly to my ceiling.
Yeah.
I started to understand. I'm like, okay, with enough intention, it kind of like happens quicker. I guess
Yeah.
that
Hmm.
was
That makes sense too. And
yeah,
have you heard about the silver cord?
yeah. Like
Yeah.
I've heard about it. I've never felt it until like a
Yeah,
couple.
exactly. That's what I was gonna say. So I think that's likely what that was. And it might just be, your higher self almost having that there for you so that you can know, like, this is just greater reassurance, of,
Yeah,
now I know I'm connected.
first time. Like where was it? The first OBE that I had.
Yeah. I feel like maybe it was there, but it just wasn't like it wasn't a part of your awareness. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, as
Yeah,
as
yeah,
we as we explore what this spiritual world really means, because now that you felt it, you may now subconsciously know, I know I'm connected to my body. You see what I'm saying?
oh,
I don't need to feel it all the time because I'm God. I can just say I don't want that a part of what I'm experiencing right now. Um,
yeah.
yeah, it's
I
crazy.
mean,
It's a whole nother world, man. It's a whole nother world. It really is.
and then as you're flying, like as I was flying, it's like if you started flying right now, physically, like those that
Yeah.
feeling, I'm like you ever went on a roller coaster that like
Yeah.
shoots up?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Is oh my god! Like imagine if you flew up right now all the way to the clouds. You're gonna look down and say, "Oh my god, am I gonna fall?" Like that's
Yes, yes, I can feel the feeling because I've told Ebru I've been flying all last year and more.
yeah,
I've been telling Ebru over and over I'm flying. Like I'm telling her like this is not a game. I'm seriously flying. Like so much so that I've been like practicing around the house, like trying to fly. I've even found people now that actually do levitation. So these are more things that I'm studying as well as the shooting energy out of the hands.
yeah,
Just a lot of stuff that we can do as God as we become more empowered in our bodies and in ourselves.
yeah. It's interesting. I never thought I was gonna have an OVE. It's really crazy how now I went from it feeling impossible to have it to now I'm saying
Yeah.
easy, and I think almost anybody can do it.
Yeah. And then remember, you reached out to us on Instagram.
I was
Uh,
excited. Yeah, I
yeah,
told you first. I messaged you immediately.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
said,
But do you remember on One Brand, you messaged us on One Brand and you said that you were trying to have an OBE and we told you like you'd have an OBE. We didn't even know we'd be creating this podcast,
yeah,
but
yeah,
we just knew that it would happen for you. We could sense it, feel it, and then we blessed you. And it's amazing to just be able to have this podcast, and then you honored us as well, featuring us in your video, with us being able to
yeah,
bless you as among the many others, who've been on the podcast and the many others that you've come across outside of the podcast. But it's a great thing to see how the collective has made this up, and you coming just on in and being vulnerable and transparent, and sharing and exposing your way. I'm telling you, it's tremendously going to help so many people just go out of their bodies tonight, the
yeah,
next time they go to sleep,
I'm
right
excited.
yeah.
now.
I'm like, definitely excited because now I feel like I know more what to do because I've been like how like I need something, and I've been listening to videos too, and I've been telling Rich, I'm like, I feel like I'm so close. I feel like I'm this close, but I end up falling asleep or something.
I want everybody to have an OBE. Now that I have one, I want everybody to have an OBE.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I want to like every video that I make moving forward, I'm gonna keep repeating like how to do
yeah, do that. Yep,
it
please.
each time, especially because it's back to back to back, and like I know it has to be like I'm pretty sure it's gonna work for everybody. Like just make yourself super tired and just don't move a muscle. Don't think. Like just
Mm-hmm.
those main three right there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
like
But do you listen to binaural beats or something? Like, do you listen to anything?
personally, I don't know.
Are you wearing a mask?
No.
Okay, great,
I
great to know.
my OBE, my blanket was covering my face, but that was
Okay, great,
comfortable.
great to know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did body, yeah. But in my second OBE, no, the third one where I saw, I guess, my spirit guide, my alarm clock woke me up. So I guess
Mm-hmm.
beats would work for some people. If you don't want that to happen, I should get
Mm-hmm.
beats because I
Now,
was kind
now,
of to see where she was gonna take me.
yeah. Now, when you're sleepy and you're going into that LBE state, are you waking coming out of your body sleepy? Or is it like you got full of energy now? Or is it like, man, I still gotta kind of wake up. I'm in this OBE now. What
You,
was
you
that?
what you mean like once? How do I feel when the OBE is over? Like when I
Yeah,
come
well,
back?
well, no, because remember what you're saying is you say go into this state when you're sleepy and then
Yeah,
within 20, 30 seconds. So
yeah,
if you're staying aware and you roll out of your into your OBE, your spiritual body,
yeah.
your light, we'll call it your light body, and you're in your light body,
You're
are you
awake.
okay, you're fully alert. You're not
Yeah.
tired at all. Okay.
No. Once
Okay.
I noticed for a fact because in my first OBE, remember I went back to my body and then like I did a OBE twice, like in a row. The first OBE, like when I got up and then got confused and walked back to my body. When I woke up again, I felt the difference. I was super tired and ready to go back into another OBE. And then when I got back out of it and I was floating, I was like I was awake.
Okay. Okay. I
Yeah.
see.
Wow,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
amazing.
Powerful.
And when I left the second OBE and I tried to do it again, it felt like I slept enough. It's like if you wake up like 2 to 3 times in the middle of the night, it's gonna like harder to like go back to sleep. You're like, I'm not that tired anymore. That's how it
Yeah.
felt.
Yeah. So what are your next plans right now with your explorations?
I don't know. I didn't think I was gonna get this far. I was
Yeah, you're like, I didn't plan to have all this money.
I didn't think like the first one, I'm not gonna lie, OBE, I genuinely thought I may have just got lucky. And but then
Yeah,
after the second one, I was like, nah, it can't be a coincidence that I'm doing it the same exact time twice. After the
yeah,
third time, I'm like, guaranteed it's gonna work for everybody.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Super,
You've hacked it.
yeah, that's it. And the only reason why I say set your alarm clock for 2 to 3 hours after you like getting ready to go to bed is because for me, that's the easiest way to be super tired.
Mm-hmm.
You could do it
Mm-hmm.
as soon as you lay down. Like, let's say you had a long day of work or you're outside the entire day and you're like, oh, I've been working out. It can happen like as soon as you lay down.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, it's like you got
And
to have some strong.
hard part, the hardest part is literally just not thinking. Like that's the hardest part. I'm talking about like even when you feel yourself about to, like your ears are gonna ring. This is all gonna happen within like a span of 5 seconds. Your ears are gonna ring super loud, and then you're gonna start feeling like a jolt happen, and then the little vibrating thing is gonna get like more intense. It's all gonna happen within 5 seconds. As soon as you have a thought like what the fuck, like as soon as you think something like that, it literally just goes back down.
I
Wow.
felt
And
that
Have
over
you
and
feel
over.
like your heartbeat like slows down too, or no?
yeah, kind of, yeah, it becomes almost harder to breathe, but that's only within like a span of like 10 to 20 seconds. Yeah, it feels like you're not breathing, but you are.
Okay, I've heard a lot of people when they go out of the body, they talk about shallow breathing. So
Yeah,
that makes sense.
very slow. Like naturally, like you know how you breathe, like when you're getting ready to have an OBE. For me, like how I felt, it feels like very very little, like
Yeah,
very like you're
shallow.
only breathing through your nose. It's like very slight.
Mm-hmm. It's barely. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
You're not gonna be if it happens for you the way it happened for me. It's not. It's only gonna last for like 20 seconds.
Wow,
Okay.
that's fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's powerful. That's
Do you
amazing.
so are you like you had 3 OBEs, right? Or what?
Yeah.
So are you
But
trying to do it again? Like, are you like, okay, now I'm gonna go to sleep tonight and I'm gonna do it again? Or like, are you just like, let me just wait a little bit?
when I lay down, when I initially lay down to go to sleep, I don't think about anything. I just go to sleep. And then when my alarm clock goes off in about like 2 hours, then I think about it. Now I turn my alarm clock off and my eyes are like super tired. And then I just lay down and then I just pay attention to my body, but I don't think about anything. I don't think like and like if a thought comes to my head real quick, like like just anything, I would just immediately just shut it. Like I'll let it fly out of my head, and then I'll just pay attention to my body. And within like 5 seconds, you should feel like from like a little bit, like the little vibrating feeling that you felt.
Yeah. Okay,
Mhm.
great.
I like sync, if that makes sense. Just don't think at all.
Yeah, that's genius, you know.
That is once you do that, once you stop thinking completely, it's actually like you'll be out.
Yeah, yeah.
And for me, it didn't feel like I was being forced back into my body. The only thing, my last OBE, what woke me up was the alarm clock. But besides that, no, it felt like I had full control to just go back at any point. The first OBE I had, I ended it on my own because I guess I was just dumb. I thought I was awake. That was pretty much it. Anybody else with a little bit of sense, like, I don't think you guys will be as confused as me. You guys have more experience, like where you're not gonna be questioning if you're awake every 10 seconds, like I
Yeah.
was. You guys would probably be out a lot longer than I was.
Yeah, and
And
then
Yeah.
you also mentioned something, sorry to cut you off, Brandon.
yeah, yeah,
You also mentioned something in your last video, I think like the last video you had something about like looking into the mirror and seeing yourself as
yeah.
a woman or something. Was
Mhm.
that like how like what did you feel like it was like maybe your past life, or like was it like, oh, that's me, or like did you know for sure that's me, or like does it feel like something
It
else?
looked like me, but if I was a girl, it's like if you looked in the mirror and you had all your features, but like your hair was cut short or something. Like I don't know what again. I was very confused. I genuinely didn't know. It looked like it was just me as a girl. I spoke to another YouTuber. It's her channel is called. Her name is Sham. You guys know Sham?
Oh yeah, yeah. Awaken to joy.
Awaken. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Hmm.
I told
Yeah.
her. He said it was possibly my spirit guide, and that what I should have done was spoke to the mirror. That's what she
Mm.
should have done.
Yeah, yeah. I just saw Sham's Awaken to Joy thing. It looked like she was doing some type of, I don't know if it was tarot or something,
Hmm.
or cards, but that's something that we've just
She's
yeah,
pretty
we
good, and I was like, okay, talk to the mirror next time. I didn't think that because it was looking at my reflection, and like the mirror was foggy at first. Then I kept looking at it, and then it started to clear up a little. And then I saw it looked like myself, but like a girl. So then I was like, okay. But then she told me that it could have been my spirit guide trying to get me to like talk to it.
hmm
And then coincidentally, my third OBE, the one that you're referring to was the second one, the second OBE. My last OBE that I had, that's this one like fit. I didn't see anything, but it's like someone's there. Like I was floating in my room. I never left my room in my last OBE, but I saw somebody at the corner of my room. But it wasn't. It didn't have a form. It's like you just know someone's there. And
Okay.
then I was just staring at them, and then they moved that way. And again, they didn't have a form, but it was like dust, I guess, to describe it. It's so weird to describe things in this state. Like it's, and then like I didn't know, but I just knew that she was there. And then I spoke to her, and I said hi, and then what are you doing? And she said, oh, I'm just watching you. But she sounded like she sounded young, but like she was talking in a motherly tone. And then that's when I heard my alarm clock, and I said, what is that? Are you gonna like take me somewhere? And she said, no, not yet. We don't have the time. And my alarm clock was going off and stuff like that. And I'm like, I thought it was a car alarm in my OBE state, so I looked out my
You looked out the
window.
window, yeah. And you didn't even grab the window. You like stuck your head through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's when I woke up, and I was like, damn, I wonder, I got so curious to know like what was gonna happen next. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was trying to
Powerful.
use AI images to try to accurately, I guess, put things together. Like you
Hmm.
show in my videos, I try to like use AI to like photos and stuff.
They do great with that.
Yeah.
80% accurate.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
try to play around with the AI.
Yeah, and when it looks like too, you're doing a great job with the editing and the overlays as well and the inserts. When you are seeing these things, are you seeing are you feeling a sense of fear? As you said, somebody's in your house in your room looking at you talking, yeah, in out of body
No,
state.
it felt like
Okay.
I knew the person or
Hmm.
soul, whatever you want to call that the thing.
Yeah.
I felt like I knew them. I didn't. She spoke to me like she knew me, and I spoke back like it felt familiar. Like, and it's weird. Like I didn't question. Like it wasn't like a "what are you doing in my room" kind of thing. It was more like I knew them, but I don't know where I know them from. It's just it's so odd. It's just hard to explain. I didn't see what they look like, but like the tone and everything, it sounded like we were like maybe friends or something. I don't know.
And then there's those also things that are saying these people are also us from different parallels, different timelines, like maybe a future self, different multi-dimensional you as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know
But
how it felt to see yourself as a woman, because when I did my life between lives last year, I went back into my past life, and I was a little white girl named Annie,
really,
living in Germany, and I had always had like a fear of like whenever horror movies showed like a little white girl, you know what I mean, like just like standing in the bedroom or something, saying something like a holographic ghost.
yeah.
I used to, everybody be like, man, you're not afraid of anything. I'll be like, yeah, it was just that one thing that would like be something I'd be like, oh man, I'm not watching that movie. And then sure
Do you,
enough, I was a white girl.
do you think your personality was the same in that other life as well, or you think there's a difference?
Because like they say, we're consciousness expanding.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I don't know if something happened to me, because I remember when he asked me, and again, I didn't really want to, my focus wasn't even to like explore that life. I thought I was maybe a king, doing something, who knows, but
Here.
yeah, I was running across the street, play with my toys, but
Yeah.
it's just, it's a crazy thing, just with what we're going,
Like personality, how you are right now, and then to imagine yourself as like a little white girl. It's like imagine
yeah.
you talking the way you're talking now, but as that little girl, like
Yeah, because it felt like it was still me. Like I could see how, because remember they said like it's not really us. We're the observer of who we think we are. So like this whole person that we think we are, at the end when we transition or take that last breath, we're kind of going to be standing behind that person and realize, oh, that wasn't really us. This is us. So when they talk about going in and reincarnating into another experience, I always wonder if, as a person is going into another experience, what is it that they're expanding into? So, you know, was I sexually assaulted or something by a black guy, and then I decided maybe I want to be a black person? Like, so when I was, her name was Annie. When I was Annie, what did I hate black people? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And I was raised in Germany. Did I hate other people too? You know what I mean? So, as I become a black person, you know what I mean? Because again, hearing Dolores Cannon explain it, we've been the air, that was eating the ammonium. We've been everything as God. There's nothing that we've not been. So just our consciousness has grown from a rock to an animal, to a tree, to a
yeah,
person, to now what type of person. You might have first incarnated the first time just saying, let me just be a person, and
yeah,
then you decide, okay, I shouldn't just say a person, I should be specific. Let me be, a good looking person, you know what I mean? Let me be healthy person. Let me like these things, let me actually spend some time here, let me pick my parents.
yeah,
You may not have to pick your parents, but we kind of do see like there's all these things that these actions have reactions that we do, so that also seems existing in the other realm as well. So I'm always just kind of playing around with things as well, like in terms of thought, and just thinking. So I don't know per se, but I feel like it was me. And then that's how I think how I'm somebody different now. Because I kind
yeah,
of, you forget that you're God. You forget that you're like the person who's the person behind. So that's what we're trying to
yeah,
all remember, is that we're God. So I got lost in seeing Annie, and then I became, Reginald, and then Reginald can get lost in seeing himself, but now Reginald's seeing Annie. So now
yeah,
I'm running around. Hold on, who the fuck am I now? Oh, you're this person behind you, bro. You're God. You're the person
yeah.
watching. So I can let go of this person, Reginald, easier. So that's how I just think in terms of me being the same person.
Have you seen or felt like, because a lot of people talk about the end of the firmament, the end of Earth and
Yeah.
of suffering. There's a many different phrases that people use. Have you to like what you feel might be the case? Like, do you feel like there's gonna be an end to all of this, like a lot of other people have said?
I don't really know. It's kind of hard for me to care, honestly, because
Yeah.
I feel like I have a high understanding that I'm God. And
Yeah.
have you done bufo? I don't know if you even do like things like cannabis. I don't even know what the rules are out there in New York, what you can say, but
That
um,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Okay, bufo is the God molecule, DMT. And I
Yeah.
just heard somebody explain it. I think it was Peter Sapper, but he explained how the 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 God molecule. This is what Mike Tyson has talked about. Tony Robbins,
Yeah.
Jake Paul. They've done this, and you can see how they've changed their personalities. You know, because it allows you to detach from your ego self. You know, the ego is not this bad thing, but it allows you to detach from you as Brandon Suarez, and so by laying that person down, Brandon Suarez, you realize like, oh shit, I'm everything. You know, like when Eber went through her experience, she was seeing like she's the tree, she's the rock, she's these
Yeah,
people
yeah.
next to her. So when you really experience that you are God and have that awareness, it's almost like just a knowing. How you just knew you could fly. It's almost like a
Yeah.
knowing. So to me, if this illusionary world, you know, that's created by light and matter, you know, doesn't exist and there's billions of other ones around and we're all light anyway, we're all God, like we're not really this world. It's just like we got a virtual headset on. You know, we have to put one down to pick up another one. You know, it doesn't really, you know, because I don't see pain and death. And then the talk with Corey where he's saying people won't even experience pain. You know, it'll just be like the event happened and there won't even be any type of
Yeah.
torturous pain. That was just another added effect to just say, oh, okay, I really, really, really don't care now. You know, I care so much more or less. But um, yeah, to me, if it happens, it happens. You know I'm not a human. I know I'm not a black person. You know what I'm saying? I'm just experiencing life as a human, as a black person this one time, and I've done it many other times, and I've done it as a woman, and I've done it as an Asian, as an Indian, you know, all these
Yeah.
different races, you know. So um, I've been a bird, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you
Yep.
feel?
Me, as far as the end of the front, well, one, I'm not scared of it. As far as like the end of the or anything like
Mm-hmm.
that, it's just a fascination that I'm like, oh wow. So like, I may not experience like death as an old person. Like, I'm not gonna die of old age if that
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, and I don't know. I think I. It sounds like a beautiful thing. Doesn't like the way it's described. Like if it's
Yeah.
like
Exactly.
you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I've always just been curious about it because I hear it so often. Religious people say it. OBE
Yeah.
people say.
Everybody says it. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so it's got to be. If everybody's
Yeah.
feeling, got to be some.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's got to be real somewhere.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and another thing I wanted to to mention, like I haven't obviously I haven't seen this because I haven't had enough OBEs, but Darius and a few others have mentioned and when you have an OBE, there's a point of no return, meaning you have an option to stay on the other side.
Yeah.
If you have an OBE, right, and
Mm-hmm.
let's say you were given that option, you would immediately just say no and come right back to your body, right? Or do you think you would be tempted a little if
I
you're in?
think
Mm,
Corey, he talked about it, right? Wasn't it Corey we had
yeah.
that
Corey talked about it.
he was
Mm-hmm.
like, no, this is more beautiful. Like I'm gonna be staying here almost, right? Wasn't it like something like that he said too?
Yeah, I feel like Corey, what made him stay was understanding that purpose, which I feel like
Yeah,
is so
yeah,
important. So when you know why you're supposed to be here, or you feel like you're giving the reason why so many people have their kids and they feel purpose towards that, but when you have that sense of purpose to root you here, I feel like that changes the dynamic as opposed to why wouldn't you want to go to a better place where you don't have to maybe go to work, you don't have to pay bills, you don't
yeah,
gotta stress and worry, you know, it's 111. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, you know, in my next few OBEs, I'm not gonna like stay on the other side. I'm not condoning unaliving yourself, obviously, but like if that, like I would come back and talk about it. That's interesting. I didn't even when Darius first mentioned it, I was like, that's think about how many people have died in their sleep, and it was unknown.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
and
I have
have you
been,
heard? Yeah, have you heard Darius say that many people when they die and when they die young, a lot of times it's because they're not living their purpose.
I actually didn't hear. Can you elaborate more on that? Like,
Yeah, that your purpose and why you've come here is so important that many people when they've died, and when I say somebody's dying young, they can be in their 60s, 70s, you
mhm.
know, but they're dying before their time because they never lived or exercised their purpose.
So
So
they don't feel a need to stick around, basically.
that may be some of the things that are happening, like what you're saying. They may be on the other side and be like, well, do you think it's going to get better? I don't know if you heard of soul walk-ins, how people can walk into another body, like you can have an agreement, a contract to go in somebody else's soul and a life experience, and somebody can come in yours. Yeah, it's
I
called walk-ins, soul walk-ins.
so almost like possessing another person. Is that
In a sense, but you're now you would be going to another person's life. They could be on another planet, another world, another. You're going to just their reality. You guys agree to switch, and they come into your reality. They feel like maybe what you have to deal with is not so hard for them. So then they'll go to another.
but let's say hypothetically you did that, right? Wouldn't
Yeah,
people notice? Like,
yeah. Some people do notice. Like
they,
I've even seen
uh,
interviews with them. Yeah,
your personality would be different.
yeah, personality is different. Yeah, what you care about, and then sometimes when the kids will come in, they'll remember these things too. I mean, I don't know. There was just a show. I can't remember what channel it was on, but it was called Ghost Inside My Child. This is a little different, but it was where these children knew their past lives. So that you can see that multidimensional state. They would say they were able to describe the Twin Towers falling in New York and that they
Mhm.
had to jump out of them. They were former
I've
pilots. Yeah, yeah. So it's just a lot of stuff that we don't know that we're now knowing, and understanding and exploring. So I always look at myself as someone else. Like they say, the more you know, the more you don't know. So it's like as I find myself becoming more aware, it's like, oh my gosh, what's going on over here? But yeah, the soul walk-ins is very similar.
I
Um,
never. That's interesting. Yeah, I gotta look into that more. I
yeah.
yeah, it make now thinking about it. Yeah, like so people who may like lose their memories at a certain point could like it raises more questions. Like, could that have been the case? Maybe they lost all their memories or their personalities might change. What about people with multi personality disorders? Are there
Yeah.
multiple souls living in one body?
I don't know if there's multiple souls, but I've heard Bashar talk about it and say that a lot of times they're dealing in different realities. So they're aware of their different realities. And we call them crazy, but they're actually, just aware, of these different things, and they just don't know how to deal with it because our world right here doesn't really support it, doesn't even acknowledge that that world exists. Whereas if somebody else maybe was looking through the same spiritual lens with them or on the same frequency, and we have had it more adopted, people could maybe assist those people better by saying, "Oh, I see what you're seeing. No, Darla's in the fifth dimension. Leave Darla alone in the fifth dimension.
Okay.
You're here right now in the third dimension. We're gonna exist here. Tell Darla, that you're gonna leave." Because we just did in our Bufo experience, we had a guy who literally was hugging his father, crying, hugging. It's very powerful. We're gonna show it. I don't know if it's this upcoming. I know it's probably way a little in the future, but we're gonna just show different highlights of it. But you can see something. There's another realm there, and just by allowing this person have, I don't necessarily like to use the term plant medicine, because I feel like medicine kind of implies you're sick. But some people are coming feeling sick, but other people come to explore. So I also like to use the term plant teachers,
Mm.
and this God molecule DMT allowed him to not only just know that he's God, but also to experience his father who had passed away on the other side. He was able to have a conversation, and it's on camera.
Wow.
Yeah,
Uh, wow, interesting. And
yeah.
people who like may like be like transgender, for example, could their souls
Hmm.
be like the opposite of what they chose to be here? Is that could that be the case too?
I believe anything can be the case because I literally just heard because to me every single being is like a bisexual being, whether we
Mm.
more identify to this or that, because you're God. So you're all sexual. You're all sexual. You see what I mean? I've been a man and a woman. I can't be like God and then say I've been a man and a woman and then I'm not a
Yeah.
woman and then I'm not a man. So, what is were you really a man before? No, you were God. You know what I mean? And then
You didn't have.
yeah, you've come into this experience. And I've heard Bashar even say, different people that have chosen different courses, like people that have decided to have Down syndrome, and even come in as transgender or provoke the system, the norm. These people are responsible for kind of rolling out the extraterrestrial open contact, because as what these groups of people are showing people is, as we're all different, we're still the same. And as these extraterrestrials begin to come here, we'll already have that foundation of thinking. As we're all different, we're still the same.
Yeah.
Nothing changes the fact that we're same, and it really comes down, we're all the same because we're source energy. So it's
Yeah.
it's not like, but you can already start breaking it down. Just we're humanity. At the very basis. We're one Earth at the same time. So
Like drops in an ocean, kind of.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're all part of the whole and the whole at the same time.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I have all this respect for every single person, man, because when you understand that everybody is God and they've all come in to incarnate here with a specific purpose. And I've heard so many people say it's not easy just to get it into Earth. It's a very high demand place, and then on top of that, getting onto Earth at this time is like having the golden ticket. So, you really have to love and respect everybody that you kind of run into right now, because for whatever it is, they're here. And this is just such a special moment. This is the day of Three Eye Atlas right now. So,
Yeah.
talk about bringing remembrance and what we're talking about with you about. You're about to take people out of their body, like right now, as they're watching
Yeah.
this. How many
Yeah.
people, comment below, when
Yeah.
you go out of your body after
I,
watching this.
everybody, yeah, especially more as I have more and more OBEs, I guess I'll have more knowledge about, just as much knowledge as the other people who had OBEs, like continuously. But as
Yeah,
far as now getting out of your body, the method that I gave you guys like has to work like 100%. I'm
yeah,
pretty like
100%. Yeah,
yeah,
and we remember I've done it with you. So like, this is you clarifying how I've done it. Like now you've just kind of like just focused me into like doing these things. I don't have to
yeah,
try to feel what the right thing is to do. I got now Brandon Suarez telling me this is what
yeah,
you do, you know?
100%. Really just 3 steps. Yeah, just make yourself sleepy,
Yeah.
meditate, don't think at all. That's it. That's 2 steps actually. Yeah, I was gonna say 3. The third step is like set your alarm clock, but I think that's optional. Be
Yeah.
super and just meditate. Like just
Hmm.
don't think about anything while it's happening.
Yeah. Focus on your breathing.
Yeah, and I feel like
Yeah,
another great thing is also that I feel like they say, everybody has their own unique experience. I don't feel like
yeah,
there's just like you said one way, because I also, like you said, I had this expectation of like I will see this and I will do that, and like, but then you have your own unique, and who knows what else you're gonna experience, because you just literally met that energy, and you're like, where you gonna
yeah,
be? And like the alarm
Hmm.
goes off, like, okay, not this time, but it's like you would just like learn more and see more, like just understand more. I feel like it's great because everybody really has their own unique experience, and that's powerful.
yeah. And that's what threw me off because I'm like, I guess I forgot that part. I didn't think that my experience would be unique. And like, as far I thought that everybody had to go into sleep paralysis for for that to work. But then once I saw that that wasn't the case, I'm like, okay, this could be true for a lot of other people too.
Big
Y'all
time.
probably don't have to go in sleep paralysis either. So I'm like, okay, I want everybody to know how I did it. And if again, if 1,000 people watch this, it should work for at least half of them. And that's
Yeah.
probably me. Like I
Yeah.
think
Yeah. Hmm.
that's good.
Yeah. And
So
that'll be a great experience too. Yeah, so let us know in the comments, when you guys try this, or if you're going to try this, just how well it goes for you, because again, this is the one podcast. So we go where no other podcast has gone, and we're going there with Brandon Suarez. He's not been on any other platform but his own, which we'll put in the description so you can follow him and get even more greater information. Is there anything else, Brandon, that you're working on, or where people can find you?
um not really. That's about it. I made a YouTube channel because you suggested it.
Oh
So
yeah, that's it.
And I'm glad you did. It was more like, you know, because my first intention was, let me message you and tell you, and then maybe I was initially just gonna tell you the method and then have you share it. But you know, then I was like, when you said that I should make a video, I'm like, okay, well, I could do both. And
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
more help that people get, I can say it on my channel, I can share it on your platform, and as long as more people know how to, I want
Yeah.
as more people.
This is what I've been watching every video that you've come out with right away, setting the notification bell and everything. And it's important just to get that information, that reminder. You know, that's what we're bringing with One Brand, the One Podcast, is that divine remembrance. So what you're doing, whether you realize it or not, is you're working and operating at the highest level possible right now, awakening people to their self, to their inner God, their actual self, their actual God. So having a person having out of body, it may sound fun for that person, but just imagine the journeys that you're getting ready to go into, as well as all those that are coming behind you that you've shared this valuable information from. Imagine how many people are loving you right now. So
Yeah,
receive that energy.
I really hope that it'll make me so happy if I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, I tried it. Yeah, it works." Like, because it validates it more. I don't want to be unique to the. I don't want it to be like that. I'm the only one that could leave my body like that. I
Exactly.
wish, like, I would hope that everybody can do it that way. I genuinely
Yeah.
believe that's the case.
Yeah, yeah, and you know that's what we say too at One. You know, as we want for ourselves, we want for others. You
Yeah,
know,
Exactly.
as we love ourselves, we love others, and as we forgive ourselves, we forgive others. So, you know, we
yeah,
are one. You know, so I really appreciate you coming through, bro. We went way over than we normally do on a podcast. You know, but we were just flowing. We didn't even open it up the way we normally open it up, but you
yeah,
know, we've been connecting since One Brand on Instagram. And if you guys aren't following or subscribing, be sure to follow and subscribe us on all platforms, because we have different information coming out at different times. And One Brand and the One Podcast, as Brandon can tell you, is two totally different brands and experiences. And you are all invited into it. And, you know, Brandon, we're also going to have his information in the description. Be sure to follow Brandon, and like we said, set those notification bells, because I have a lot of different channels that I'm subscribed to. So it helps me to have the notification bell so that I can see it at the top and be reminded that this is out. Because for me, this is liquid gold to know these things. And it's not like I'm not somebody who has had an out of body or somebody, but I just know these little things that I need to do. And Brandon's just made it completely easier for me by just saying, yeah, this is what that is. And, you know, he's not even using a sleep mask. He's not focused on what he's eating. So it's the perfect person that you want to know to show you that you can do this too. We do, Brandon, you know, have our way that we set it up. You know, one question. We didn't really get into those things because we know that you just started. So you that one question you just gave how many answers? You know, more
Yeah.
than one answer to, with which we ask people. You know, is there anything that you've ever shared that you want to share today? And I feel like you went into a whole bunch of things, but if there is something that you'd want to share that you've never shared that you'd like to share, and again, I don't know if you're speaking on other platforms already, so you know nobody really probably knows too much about you, so you've already shared so much. But like we tell people, it can be anything that you want to share. It could be, you know, I like cooking. I'm from New York. I had no idea until you told us, but it doesn't have
yeah.
to be detailed and deep as well. You know, it could be something about an out of body, but I feel like you've covered everything. But we can move on to the next question as well if you wanted to.
I can add something. I guess one thing that I can add that I think will help others is that I have a weird sleep schedule. I sleep
Okay.
the day instead because I work overnight. I actually work in a corporate building. I do security. Actually, I'm a
Oh,
security.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I used to do.
Yeah.
Security.
So I work overnight and my sleeping
Yeah.
schedule has to be during the day. So my alarm clock, I fall asleep at 1 p.m., which is weird to the average person. And then I'll wake up at around 4 p.m. And I make my room super dark so it looks like I'm at night. So
Exactly.
these OBEs are happening like midday, and then I'm waking up to go to work. Like for me, my life is the opposite. So
Yeah.
I say this to say, like, I think regardless of your sleep schedule, if I can do it, I think anybody can do it. I got a
Mhm.
New York City diet, bacon, egg, and cheese.
Mhm.
Arizona.
Great.
Just,
Oh,
I
great.
don't like no candles. I think anybody can leave their body.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
How
Beautiful
powerful
information.
is that
I
though?
said, I'm
That
sorry.
I'm sorry, but that is powerful because like there's so many people that talk about like yeah, like you listen to that or do this or do this way and eat this way, change your diet, you know. So you just come out and say, you know, I'm not doing any of that and I just like go down about it. I did it 2 or 3 times, you know. So I feel like
Yeah,
that's very powerful.
yeah, and I said literally the day before, I said that I don't think I'm ever gonna have an OBE, so I don't think anybody should think like that anymore. I think yeah,
Yeah.
I thought like that, and then I had one by accident, and then I just paid attention to like, okay, I stopped thinking. I was super tired. Okay, this is what happened, and then I this anybody watching this can have an OBE 100%. In
Yeah.
regard to diet or your sleep schedule, I have the most
Yeah.
messed up sleep schedule and probably the most messed up diet too. I didn't use a sleep mask or the beats or anything like that. Y'all can just wait until you're
Yeah.
tired and you're good to go. That's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
say right now.
Yeah. What was it with one that gave you that divine remembrance? You know, when you said it helped bring back, do you remember the things that you said help bring
Yeah.
back that remembrance?
Well, as I'm listening to like interviews and people are describing the like, oh, we are all gods. Because here's a it sounds the most logical to but when you guys say that we're all gods, we create our own realities. How could that not be the case if every single person has their own unique perspective? If me and you are working at the same job, one person might like it, the other person might hate it. One person might see things a certain way. It's like, how could that not also be the case outside of here too?
Yeah.
Like so,
Makes perfect sense.
and then to when you guys say there's no like, we are our own authority and stuff like that. To have the thought of like, the traditional biblical God as somebody's judging you, and I never liked that growing up. So when I hear you guys saying no, nobody's judging you except yourself, one, it's empowering, and two, it makes sense. And
That
similar to I had my OBE and I was talking to that being that was in my room. I don't know who that was, but like I felt like I knew them. It's like when I listen to you guys, it's like I feel like I know that's true. I just don't know why yet.
Mhm. Yeah. Powerful.
yeah, yeah, that's
Powerful.
really how I feel too. It's almost like you can feel it in your heart or
Yeah,
something where it's like, this is powerful, this is the truth. You know, this makes, like you said, just makes so much sense. You know what I mean?
mhm,
Even with the guests we have had on, and like even when we listen to videos, it's like this
yeah,
is just like obvious, like it just makes so much sense, like more than like the religious stuff, you know, almost like people tell you this is how it should be, and but like I literally can feel it, like I'm literally like I can feel the vibration and energy when I'm listening to these, like having these conversations too, like wow, this is literally it, like this is the truth, like this makes just sense.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I want to repeat again that anybody, you guys, anybody watching this can have an OBE because there's no preparation, no mask. You don't have to buy anything. I wasn't even like, if I could have one with the messed up diet and sleeping schedule that I have, anybody else can have one. That's what I'm gonna say.
Powerful.
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 Yeah.
What our next question would be, what is at least one thing that you would like to know that you've spent your life doing?
One thing that I would like to know that
That you've spent your life doing.
I don't know. That's a good question. One thing I would like to know that I spent my life doing. I don't know. Throughout my entire life, I kind of just been going with the flow, and I never really had like a super big plan. And my life has been, I feel pretty good, and I like living life like that. I never really thought. I don't think hard a lot about things except this. Everything else, like whether it's, oh, where am I gonna work at? Okay, I'll work there. I like working here. I like these friends. I like everything else is kind of like, it's just, if it feels good, I do it. This is the only thing like this I give like deep thought into. Um, I don't know, and I kind of like not having an expectation or
Yeah.
because
Yeah. I like that.
easier.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
I
Yeah.
like
So our last question would be, if you have one last message to humanity, what would you like that message to be?
I think you can do anything. honestly. You can do it, especially like after I had my OBE, and I had a very uh abusive upbringing. Like I haven't like seen or spoken to my family in like over 10 years, because it was
Oh,
like a,
powerful.
yeah, I had a like a very abusive. I'm 30 years old now.
Okay,
um
yeah,
i I
great.
left at the age of like 18, 19 years old.
Hmm.
I joined the military. I got out. I started doing security. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Life is great
Hmm.
now, just mentally, because I don't have stress. And you know, when I was a kid, I was like in a very, very dark place mentally. I think
Hmm.
um I think my message would be to just like follow your heart, even if
Yeah.
everybody agrees with your decision. If you need to get away from somebody abusing you, somebody who's not good for you, even if you have to walk by yourself, sometimes that's more comforting. So
Hmm.
follow.
Yeah. Yeah. Powerful, powerful words right there. Because I mean, you just said it in a nutshell. It's just authenticity.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, yeah, and that's one of the key core things that we're about. One brand, one podcast is being yourself. So yeah, we appreciate you expressing, being transparent with yourself. Very powerful message. Be sure to follow Brandon Suarez. As you know, what we end this with is we end this with our one meditation. And we basically just go into a state of meditation for those of you that are unfamiliar with what we do. And we basically create the world that we see. We live from a new earth now perspective. We're not waiting for something. We understand that time, is an illusion. So we call those things, now, that we see. So we just see a world as we breathe in to our bodies, this world lighting up in harmony between all consciousness, between all people. We just bring and we invite in our energy into ourselves, knowing that as this energy comes into ourselves, this world that we're seeing is lighting up. We see those that are viewing this from home, that they are lighting up, that those around them are lighting up, that we're all tuning into our authentic frequency. We see a world where energy is rampant across the earth, across one another, that we see each other as stars, as gods, as bright, brilliant pieces of art, sculpture that have incarnated for this time, that we see sentience in other things and that we feel sentience in ourselves, that we remember who we are, that we are our ultimate authorities. We see a world where sickness and disease doesn't exist. We see a world where people are not in any type of slavery or bondage, whether that's work or human trafficking, that a person's only job is to follow their heart or passion, that no one has to move, no one has to stress out on money, income, and bills. We see a world where everyone is provided for, where everyone is aware that they're God, where everyone is multidimensional.
Where there's no fear, where there's no drama, where there's no survival grind, where people all operating from love, from harmony, love one another, love themselves, know that they're God, and most
Right.
importantly, being their authentic self, being able to express themselves for who they are and love themselves for who they are and love one another.
We just see a world where there's people that just don't have to worry about what it is that they can eat, that everything around them is safe to consume, whether they're consumed with the sun, the air, or any types of food, that abundance is plentiful around everyone, that people do not need to even have a budget for things to see how things will work. People will know how to make things work. We see a world where people don't have to die. We see a world where age reversing is becoming more rampant. We see a world where people are not only living longer, people are just not dying. People are no longer becoming sick and ill, that diseases are long gone. We are very thankful for everyone We bless everyone. Those that are here, those that are watching, and those that are not watching. We bless the world and ourselves in the same way that we would want for ourselves. And we see everyone living in their highest reality that serves their highest and greatest good every day from here forward. And so it is.
Ooh,
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the One Podcast. Thank you so much, Brandon Suarez, for being here. This is the one.
thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And so that's it, Brandon. That's all we do.
Okay.
It's been a lot of fun having you, a part of the show. We didn't think that it would happen like this. We actually have filmed already for the rest of the year.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so everybody now is literally just kind of, if we like, remember we keep saying all the time we don't know if we're gonna keep doing this, but it's like we now have interviews now being scheduled for like next year.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah, so you know, those next year ones, we can drop it all this year, however we want to kind of bundle it, but we wanted just to be able to have an expression from one, um, to have another platform to express the message. But it's been going really well. It's been feeling really good. So right now,
Yeah.
the way things are feeling, we're just going with the flow, like you said, being an individual that goes with the flow. That's how it
Yeah.
started. So that's kind of how it's going. So we've told each guest we don't know how long we're going to be doing it, but it's really just been in our world taking off. So and it's been a lot of fun. So we did just want to let you know that we plan on dropping you this year, this content, but we have been just rearranging content just to show a diversity, in our content, so that not everybody believes that it's only about OBE content,
Of course.
um, because right now we kind of shook the algorithm with the David Lotherington, because our
Yeah.
last two guests were out of body, so having a channeler kind of showed people more of the broad
Yeah.
spectrum of one.
Mhm. Yeah. Also, yeah, I'm gonna be following you guys throughout the entire journey. I'm always gonna be here. So.
Yeah, yeah, we appreciate you. We love you, like we've told you from the beginning, and we're still going to be following you. And we've got your size right, a medium.
Mhm.
Okay, great, great. And right now we're itemizing stuff. We're working with our
Yeah, you muted.
Yeah.
I literally clicked the mute button.
Yeah.
I literally looked at it, clicked it, and started talking.
I was like, I thought my audio was messing up a little.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, let me fix the audio and put it on mute, and then I'm like, yeah, yeah, but that's what we're doing right now. We're just itemizing it, because I just don't want you to be, not buying that bubble hoodie that you might need for the winter, or that bubble jacket, out there in New York. Right now, we're talking with our manufacturer, so it can take 6 to 9 months, 9 to 12 months for order fulfillment and things like that. But we're definitely going to be reaching out to you at that point. Do you remember what item that you liked of ours already? Because
I
we may already have it in inventory lineup.
I can show you a photo of I can
Okay.
screenshot and send it to you on Instagram.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be great. That'll be
Yeah.
great, just so that we can have idea. It may already be something that we're bringing out in this next collection, because every time we come out with stuff, we sell out in each drop. So we want to make sure that we have enough inventory for everybody, because as our membership grows, so does people's demands. Nobody wants to be a member and only can buy one thing. They want to be able to buy as much as they want to be able to buy. So we just want to be able to go deeper in some of our existing inventory, as well as some new inventory we got coming.
Well, when I first saw the website, or I saw the page, I was like, oh, I want to buy one of these. And then I clicked on the
Yeah.
website, 2027.
Yeah, I know, I know, I know. Yeah, they say good things take a long time, and
Yeah.
greater things take longer.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I'm gonna be here either way. It's still cool.
Yeah.
I hit the follow button, and then I saw that you guys were following a bunch of like boxers and MMA fighters as well. Like I'm a big boxing fan and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I saw you in the stories. You had Berlanga in there in your stories. What's that?
Me and Berlanga, we're like family to each other. Yeah, we know each
Oh,
other.
oh
Like,
really? Yeah.
he follows me on social media too. Yeah, and I know a lot of the fighters as well. So yeah, I post a lot of like boxing stuff, and sometimes like I argue with some of the fighters. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, yeah. We
Follow me
definitely.
big in that space on Instagram.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. So this is like a whole different world aspect of you,
Yeah,
you know that?
I didn't promote it because my Instagram I built up a decent following, just strictly just talking about boxing and MMA and stuff.
Wow. Wow.
And then and then I hit a point where, you know, because I would have an opinion on certain things, so I would get a lot of hate comments. So I disabled my
Mm-hmm.
comments. I would just leave selfies up there for a bit, and then I would keep it on my Instagram stories. And a lot of fighters like follow me, and I would just like support the ones I like and kind of
Yeah.
show the ones I don't like.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
like it's all fun. It's not like real hatred or anything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, we were watching boxing very, very heavy. I feel like as we went through our awakening, we've watched it less, but we're still boxing fans, you know. Um, you know, it's like the art, you know, it's an art boxing, and then we like MMA as well. So,
yeah,
I'm very comfortable being myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why I tell people
yeah,
as much as I talk about the fruit and the sunlight, if it looks like I want to eat it, I'll eat it. You know, if it's, but I now look at the chicken a whole different way now. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? By really connecting with the consciousness of the chicken. Like I said, sometimes by
yeah.
being still, I'm able to see, is it really the chicken I like, or is it the batter that's on top of the chicken, and it's that fleshy feeling that could honestly be a mushroom that I could put some hot sauce on and maybe some lemon and lime and then bite into it, but
Yeah.
but
Like,
you know,
the seasoning and the stuff added on top of the chicken that you like more than the actual meat itself.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And then it takes a lot longer to eat. What is it? Or I should say, it takes a lot longer to digest meat than it does just vegetables. Vegetables like just burns through. Meat is like, man, I got to take a shit, and then when you take a shit, one of the things I noticed is that the shit smells different when you eat meat because see, people will tell me my shit doesn't really stink, but when I
Who
and
told
I,
you that?
different people, but Ebru can tell you my stuff doesn't really have a
It really
crazy.
doesn't. It's crazy, but it's great. And then he
Yeah,
tells me, he's like, yeah, now it doesn't smell like anything. I'm like, what? Like, you know what I mean? And like, this is just like, but I feel
How,
like another thing, huh?
how does that conversation happen? Do you say, "Yo, babe, come here, come smell this"?
no, exactly. It's just I don't even notice it. Like I'll just leave the bathroom. Maybe she'll go in, or because sometimes she'll say I use the bathroom really quick, even when I do take a shit. It's like I can just be
I
done
mean,
really
I have
quick.
never seen a person use a bathroom really quick. He's like, I need to take a shit, and he goes in literally 2 minutes. He comes out. I'm like, did you take a shit? He's like, yeah. And
Yeah,
I'm like, what do you mean, like two minutes? Like, and then I'm going in because I'm going to use the bathroom. I'm like, you did not, like, take. He's like, yeah, I did. I'm like, this is crazy, because it's like, what?
Eating fruit and vegetables.
it's not just fruit and vegetables. I'll eat. To me, I'll eat anything. If somebody wants to ask, like if you throw me somewhere, I'm not gonna be like, oh man, I gotta eat. I'm gonna be like, well, this is what I gotta do. I gotta eat meat. I gotta do this. But I'm just sensitive to the smell, to the feeling, to the consistency. I'm really just, I would say, in tune or in alignment with my body. So it's just like, if I eat certain things, even if I eat vegetarian, let's say I order from a vegetarian restaurant, I know some vegetarian restaurants will make me just have to take a shit, and like my body's just like, no, we're good on that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like to say vegetarian. And I've heard Alchemist and even David Lothering talk about meat, and I feel like if I did eat like some raw grass-fed beef, that it's
Yeah,
probably gonna produce just a different type of shit. So it's not like I'm saying this is all just electric foods and
yeah,
waters, just like you are. So I don't want somebody to think different, but it's just as you become aware of your food, what goes in your mouth, you're also going to maybe start becoming aware of what comes out and how it does, because I don't do white sugar, I don't do white salt, or table salt. I do sea salt, coconut sugar. So just these minor tweaks sometimes, you never know, can just change the dynamic. It could be me having lime in the morning. I don't do it every morning, but I do a lot of cold pressed olive oil. Um, I don't know, but I haven't been doing that forever. I don't know, you know, I've not been
what?
studying my shits. You know what I mean?
But what about coffee? Do you guys drink coffee? Because coffee
I'm
messes.
drinking. I'm drinking decaf right now, mixed with cacao and coconut sugar.
Doesn't that make you go? as well. Like it's, I
I'll
know
be
when
right back. I'll be right back.
I know when I drink coffee, it kind of,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, that's how I feel too. I feel it too. If I drink coffee in the morning, I had to go to the bathroom. Yeah, how I feel. But
Yeah.
one thing, Brandon, I would say is that Reginald, he always like he used to tell me when you start fasting and you fasted for some time, he's like your relationship to food is gonna change. And it really did for me too, because I used to drink so much coffee, Red Bulls, and Coke so much. It's like, and after my 7 days fast, like the whole relationship to the food just changed. Like, I just
Hmm.
stopped drinking like I just literally cut everything off for like the next 5 6 months. It was just so easy. And sometimes when I would drink something, it would just not taste the same. And it would be like, nah, it's not really me. I mean, I can still drink a Coke today or like if I feel like I want to because I don't want to limit myself. But it's amazing how like your relationship, like how originally he always say, he's like you don't feel like it controls you. You know what I mean? The food. So
there's no strong craving. Like you don't have a strong.
No. Yeah. And then food, you realize you don't have to have food, so it no longer controls you. So anytime that I eat, it has to be a great experience. It's like I don't have to eat ramen, so I don't need to eat ramen. Like, if your mind thinks I haven't had breakfast, that was all just something created by man,
Yeah,
breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So we don't even need to eat daily, but to think that you need to eat is already a matrix program system. So when you realize that you can eat, but you can be powered off of the sun. So as you go through your fasting, start consciously being aware, not just like, oh, that's what they say. No, consciously know that I'm about to go get something to eat. Let me just soak in the sun, or let me just go breathe in some air. That these are new food and fuel sources for the body, that you can see buildings being powered by the sun through solar panels. You can see cars, you can see wind energy powering farms. These same nutrients power the fruits and vegetables and the trees and the plants, as well as the animals. So as you see animals too and birds, notice how they're soaking in the sun. Notice how you'll see animals kind of sit in the sun as well. So taking that high frequency of fuel now and see as you go through your fasting state, like, oh shit, 3 days
yeah.
was easy. Let me do 7. Let me do 14. Just whatever you feel.
I wanna start fasting tomorrow. I
Oh
wanna.
wow.
I want to start about. I want to. How long should I go? 3 days, 5 days? I did 3 days.
Uh,
I
yeah, and like you got to choose how you're gonna do it. Are you gonna do no food, no water, or just juice?
think water.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
this.
However you want to do. Because I did 7 days, no water, no nothing, just air. I did that leading up to my ayahuasca ceremony. So like on the 8th day was when I did the ayahuasca ceremony after doing 7 days, nothing, just air, and that was very intense. They typically tell you don't do more than 3 days doing
And
that.
you know how we were taught we had the food pyramid. Do you
Yeah.
believe any of that? Do you believe we need certain nutrients
None of
or
that, because
full?
those nutrients are really deriving from, you know how they've said, like, people eat the chicken eats the seed comes from the grain, the grain comes from the ground. Well, what they're saying is the person's eating the sun. So that's why fruit is the highest form of energy, because fruit is really the gift that's really taking in that solar energy and even putting, they say, codes into that alkaline. So you're an electric being by taking in electric products into your body. What more do you become? And so fruit is very highly electric. So for me, that's kind of how I look at it. Through the tier, I look at it. The first thing I want is sun and solar energy, just my own powered system. Then the second, I'm looking at like fruits, not even
Oh,
fruits and vegetables, just fruits. And then fruits in that same space is water too. You can see water and then fruits.
I
But
don't
in my
think,
water, I put electrolytes and trace minerals.
and you don't think about like protein or like you're not thinking about which nutrients you're getting in your mind. You
Because
just
what are you looking for protein for? Like if I'm like, let's say I am trying to build muscle, like for whatever reason, let's say I entered a bodybuilding competition, then now I want maybe some grass feed fed beef. You know what I'm saying? I am gonna look for some protein sources. I probably don't want, protein weight gainer, because I want to be sensitive with what's coming in my body, but I want to be just very, methodical about what's coming in. So I may look at it from that, but if I'm really focused on the spiritual sense, I don't really care what my natural body does around to other people. You know what I'm saying? I want to
yeah.
just go to that place of knowing my body, and
Mm.
if I drop weight and my body feels great, You know, like
Yeah.
who's to say? If you notice, people in India, that's where they say it's the oldest religion. They're very skinny. They're very
Yeah.
frail. You know, they don't put a lot of focus on being big. That's kind of like a Western thing of being, you know, having all that muscle for whatever. The important thing is being strong, being flexible, you know, being able to squat, being able to pull yourself up on things, you know, these different things, push off,
Yeah.
you know, these basic things, you know, so pick up things. So I don't really put too much focus on that aspect, but I do get my protein if I need to get it from like avocado, chickpeas. You know, if I don't want to get it from meat, I know that I can get my protein from vegetable sources.
Interesting. I want to try fasting and then maybe try just eating fruit. Just to see.
Yeah, just to fill it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
just to fill it. Yeah,
Yeah. Because if I end up
yeah,
feeling better, I don't think I could go back to just eating. Because eating regular food like Philly cheesesteaks and stuff like that, that's
hmm
a social thing. People invite me to say, hey, you want
yeah,
to lunch with us? And, you know, it's, I don't want to be the oddball eating, fruit while they're eating, regular stuff. So,
yeah. But keep in mind, as bro, you are an advanced being. So by
yeah,
you eating fruit, you're raising their awareness to in their realities. Who's this dude eating fruit and why? And again,
yeah,
I have a lot of success talking to people that typically wouldn't listen to out of body stuff because I pretty much preface it with saying just have you guys heard about the CIA Stargate project that was declassified last year? And most people say no. Yeah, and the CIA has shown through this declassified thing that a person can come out of their body right at the stage of sleep. You do this every night. This is
yeah.
something that I've been doing too. Yeah, it really happens. You know, you guys follow the one podcast, you know, and
I'm
other people
really,
do this.
really excited to know how many, like, after, like I said, like the method and stuff like that, I'm genuinely
Yeah,
excited if it would help you guys and help anybody watching. I
yeah,
really
hmm
want to know if like if it's true for a lot of other people the way I did it as well.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah,
even with your fasting, like it just like share
mhm,
that too, because I feel like
Yeah.
anything you share, like that's gonna make you feel great, you feel powerful. It's like that feeling you have with like I want everybody to know. Like, that's what I
yeah,
did too with like my fasting. I was like, man, I feel great. Like when I'm eating this fruit, watermelon, this and that, and I'm fasting. I did that my first time. I want everybody to experience that. So I feel like you
Yeah.
sharing your fasting, if you do that, or if you just like let me just try to eat more fruit or anything you share that you feel like, man, this is great for my body, for my soul, for something. I feel like that's going to be very inspiring for people too, as well.
big time. Yeah, you're a great teacher and you do
Yeah.
really well video editing. So I would just say continue to put the message out there. People let them follow your real ass journey. You just went deep on our ass, with the one message. Talk about how you went through this, went through that. People love to hear those stories because they
Yeah.
can see themselves in you. And that's all you want to do is send off your frequency. You're welcome and you're there for everybody, but not everybody may be resonant with the message, right now or later. There were people telling me about reptilians, and the moment somebody brought up a reptilian, I'm like, there you go, bro. Now you lost me. And then now to
Yeah.
come out and find out, like, okay, the U.S. government is talking about reptilians. Okay, this shit is real, So
Yeah.
it's just been a great experience.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me on. I really like this conversation.
Yeah, yeah. We love our guest man. Like I said, we've already finished this thing out. We feel like we're gonna keep it going, but you're somebody we love as well. So we were like, we're gonna pull in Brandon because we didn't need to, but we felt like we needed to. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
that heart center connection. So we really appreciate you from being here, and we know we've gone way over our time. This is
Yeah.
literally 2 hours. I didn't know that it was this long, and we actually share this content with our Patreon, audience. If you notice some of our content, you see after we're wrapping it up with the guests, and sometimes how we start in the beginning. It's not always just clapping. Welcome to the one podcast. That's how our general YouTube connection is, but this connection is for our Patreon and our OnlyFans community. That we have the one podcast on. So we give them the pre-interview because when you messaged us earlier, said you were ready in 10 minutes. We were doing our pre-interview, which
Mhm.
we let our Patreon OnlyFans members see, which is us kind of preparing for your
Mhm.
your interview or our meeting with you. They get a chance to feel the excitement, our pre-meditation, and those things as well. So That's kind of what we were doing then, and what we're doing now. We're gonna also let people see, because you can see a lot of golden information was shared in this part since we've told everybody bye. But we really wish you the best, bro. We want you to stay in contact with us, which we know you are. We're gonna stay in contact with you. You know, and as you know, we're looking to come out to you know, Lower Manhattan, you know,
Yeah,
sooner than later. So it'll be great to touch base. But I do appreciate you being available, and like I said, you know, these podcasts don't go this long, so this has gone very long. So we're very very appreciative of your time, you know, and being available for us and for the world and humanity and Earth at large.
yeah. But thank you for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So did you have anything else for us, brother? Other than that, we'll just end it on this.
that'll be all, man. I love you guys, and I'm gonna be following your journey for.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you
That's
so
Appreciate.
much. We are looking forward to your videos too.
thank you.
Great. You muted again.
Is he saying something?
I did the same thing
He
again.
literally muted himself
Yeah,
again.
yeah. I did the same thing again. I think it's because I got to go to the bathroom because I had this coffee and this cacao. No,
Okay, so
no, I'm joking. But yeah, I love you all too. I love you,
We love you
Brandon. Love
so
you,
much. Thank
Ebru.
you, Brandon.
Yeah,
thank
let's
you.
go. We are one. Take care, man.
Were you? Did you go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I mean, I had to go pee, but I did go to the bathroom, but it was a long pee though.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so you just had your coffee, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Very, very great conversation though, wasn't it? I mean, just wow. I mean, in so many different ways, you
So
know.
many different ways.
Yeah, in so
And
many
it's like
different
it's
ways.
amazing how you can see though, like that's where I feel like it's so beautiful to see is like when a person have had a like when a person's had a, like a great experience, like it could be
Mm-hmm.
OE, it could be like anything we talked about fasting, you know, all
Mm-hmm.
the stuff. Once you have that and you just like feel that vibration, that energy, that love, that powerfulness that you feel like you got, like
Mm-hmm.
you want everybody to
Everybody to
know.
know.
Like, and
Yep,
I feel like
preach.
he has this right now. It's like I
Yeah.
want everybody to know
Mm-hmm.
because this is like amazing. You know what I mean?
Amazing. Yeah. Beautiful,
So
beautiful person.
you could literally feel that too, and just knowing more of his story, and
Mm-hmm.
that is
Powerful
powerful.
story. Powerful story. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Really, really a lot of fun, man, communicating with Brandon. I know we went way over, you know,
Yeah, we really
so
did, and also just like going with the flow because we did not start the podcast how we used to start, how we like.
yeah, exactly. It had that Corey Brandon flow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Literally,
yeah,
yeah. But
yeah.
you know, we're just like every guest is different with their
Every
own
guest is.
energy, and they
Yeah,
all have their great unique energy. So I feel like we just like to go with the flow too. And I feel like that's just like how it is. Just feel this is like being just natural, go with the flow, authentic, you know?
exactly, exactly.
And I
Got
love it too because it's like that's literally how I'm feeling. Like I want everybody to know this, you know, like you got, like you create your own reality, you know what I mean? And I know that too for myself, like
yeah.
because I know where I'm supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
I
Exactly.
know this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Not no 9 to 5 or not working somewhere else or doing something else,
Yeah.
but my time and energy is one brand, is the
Mm-hmm.
one podcast, is everything that we're doing to bring in remembrance, you know, to wake people up, to you know,
Yeah.
like
Awaken the world.
waking the world. Yeah, like it's like literally just share this message to the world because
Yeah.
I really feel that I want everybody to know this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Because we
just
want.
like doing this, waking up, doing this. You know what I mean? Like have my like you know, going to sleep, doing this. You know, just
Yeah.
these are like this works
This is the most important work to me. I don't know anything else more important. This is what I've said to multiple guests. You know, I don't know what
because look
else.
at how energy. Like I should be going to sleep now because it's literally 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
in Denmark, right? So, but I'm so up energetically, you know, like I haven't even like I'm not even sitting and drinking a coffee, but the conversation, the
High
energy,
vibration. Yep.
the like the frequency, the vibration is just so high, and it just like feels like I just been drinking a like coffee or
Yeah.
something
Mm-hmm.
because like I'm literally wide awake.
And keep in mind right now, you can go out of your body right now after talking to Brandon Suarez.
I'm just so excited. I'm just so
Let's go.
excited.
Let's go.
I'm just so excited. Like like remember I told you I literally felt
Yeah, you
we're
just said it.
talking
You literally
about
just
like
said it.
this, you
Yeah,
know?
you just said it. And now he's telling you to go in a meditative state. Remember I told you? Remember I told you the same thing? Go in that state of,
Yeah,
kind of just
exactly.
have your eyes open. Like, see?
That's what I've been doing, and I literally end up falling asleep. So that's why it's like
Yeah, uh-huh. That's why it's like I feel like, to me, remember what he's saying, do after 2 to 3 hours, because I feel like that first sleep is so important. But maybe having the label on the phone that says remember 8-8, remember stay awake, you know
mm,
what I mean? That type of thing. Just something to tell you like that, let that jolt you when you turn off the alarm. 8-8, remember to stay
yeah,
awake. You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah, so you
Um,
don't like turn off your alarm and just like
yeah, yeah, because if you're trying to go, if you're sleepy, like right now, if you're sleepy and you may go to sleep, it may be just easier to just fall asleep, off the cliff into the dream world, as opposed to if you get that deep sleep, because remember, you don't need that much. So after that brain gets that deep 1 hour, 2 hour sleep, it can now stay awake that 20 to 30 seconds. You see what I'm
wow,
saying? As
yeah.
opposed to like trying to go to sleep now, it may be more just like, let me just turn off.
Yeah, yeah. I love it too. He has a great energy.
Great, great energy. Love
Great
one band.
energy. And you can tell someone that just want to explore.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah. Living their life on their terms.
yeah, exactly.
Leaving the
You know.
Bronx, going to Manhattan, and like you see how it is though. It's like somebody leaving San Diego, going to Los Angeles or something. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly. That's what, like I just need to leave from there to go here. I'm like,
Yeah,
wow, you
yeah,
leave the
uh-huh,
same
yeah.
state,
It's same city, same borough,
same city.
New
Yeah,
York
yeah.
City.
But he said he's more happy there. Like he feels like this is it. And
Yeah, I mean, you just
you,
step outside, you can feel the
yeah.
energy of New York. It's energetic, man. I love all that energy of all those people.
And it's
Yeah.
amazing because we're talking about doing these meetups with our community,
Mm-hmm.
and um, we're just exciting that we have people all over the world. Because we are doing
Mm-hmm.
these meetups in different cities, countries, and
Mm-hmm.
it's great to see the community everywhere around the
Yeah.
world
Yeah. Exactly.
joining these
Mm-hmm.
meetups.
Yeah. Exactly.
He sounded excited.
Mm-hmm.
It was just great. Like I literally feel like after talking to him, I know I'm gonna have an OBE.
Yeah, I already knew. Remember, I
Like
told you I watched all of his videos. That's why I said,
I
you
did
see,
too. I literally did too.
yeah, and you see why I got him on the phone podcast so quickly. He just had his days ago. You know what I mean?
Fresh,
It's not like,
fresh,
yeah,
yeah.
very, very fresh. It's not even been a week since he had his first one. He's already had three.
Yeah, it's very fresh.
Like you said, he had his first one 5 days ago, and three times.
Yeah. And
And
he's like, this is where I feel like it's powerful too, as he talked about like he did not do anything. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
Like he did not like try to do this, try to do that. And he's like, he has like a whole nother sleeping schedule.
mm-hmm,
He eats just what he want to eat. Like, you know what I mean? Like whether it's
yeah,
fries,
mm-hmm,
whether it's this and
yeah,
that, like burgers and stuff. And
mm-hmm,
he's doing it. So it's not like
yep,
don't get caught up in all
mm-hmm,
these things that you have to do to get to that state. You know what I
yeah,
mean? You have
exactly.
to have this and do that
Mm-hmm,
and this, that, then
preach.
okay, now because everybody has their own unique experience.
Exactly,
There's
exactly.
not just one way
Mm-hmm,
of doing things. It's the same with businesses. Some
mm-hmm,
people everybody just talk about the experience and it almost like creates this okay, this is how it's gonna happen. And that's like
yeah.
he said, I thought it was gonna be this, I thought I was gonna see that, but that's their experience.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean this
Mm-hmm.
is gonna be your experience.
Exactly. Exactly. Remember, just like with the ayahuasca, the bufo, if you try, they tell you the last thing you need to do is look at other people's experience and think that's going to be yours. You're going to have the experience that you're supposed to have.
Exactly. So you see how he's like, and I feel like it really clicked for me too that when you are OBEing, that you are aware too. So it's not like you going out of your body and you're a different person or someone
Mm-hmm.
that forgets,
Yeah.
April. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're literally aware, so you can talk like, man, should I do this or should I do that? What if I open the door? So he still have this memory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 It's
So that makes
powerful.
sense when they say whatever you think of,
Mm-hmm.
when you go out of your body, you might be seeing that too.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very, very
Wow, it was
powerful.
powerful. Like it was
Yeah.
powerful. I feel like I have so much energy. So I feel like going to sleep, like
Yeah.
I was just so excited.
Yeah, you should be excited because I mean, to me, it's a wrap. Like, and I just feel like not just You, not just me, not just us, but everybody's going out of body based on this technique right here. And he just
Mm-hmm.
gives it in like 1, 2, 3 easy steps, just a few seconds.
Easy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that. Like I feel
yeah,
like and you remember how you said when you listen to someone that already has experience,
yeah.
there's like already at that level.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people can relate to that way, like the same way. Like they might not
Yeah.
really understand it, like
Exactly, exactly. Like he's breaking it down for anybody who just wants to try. Like, you know, who
yes,
doesn't really even
exactly.
know. They're just gonna know. Go with the feeling. Okay, focus on my breathing. Okay,
Yeah.
and then just don't even worry about my eating. Don't worry about my drinking. You know, great. Feels great.
And I literally felt like my heart was slowing down. Like for me, I feel like when I'm laying down and I'm listening to the binaural beats, this is where I feel like my heart just instantly slows down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm almost like trying to like make it like what do
Yeah,
you call
speed it up or something.
speed
Or
it up. Yeah,
yeah.
and it doesn't want to do it. Like it
Wow.
literally just like slows down. Like I'm at this like where I'm
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know definitely my heart I felt multiple times kind of like start feeling different. You know what I mean? Like as it starts going down, slowing down, I can almost feel like the because the heart is like a valve where it controls the flow of blood. It's not really a
yeah.
pump. You know, it's really just controlling how much blood flows to all the arteries and things like that. So I can like start feeling sometimes like I feel like where it's like slowing down and it's slowing the release of blood through the arteries.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a
Wow.
very unique feeling.
Wow. That's like little like the near death experience they talk about too, because you can
Yeah.
really feel like it
Hmm.
just slow all the way down.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's powerful. I mean,
Yeah.
just another powerful
One
conversation,
podcast.
honestly.
Yeah.
Like I say that all the time, but literally
Yeah. This is the game changer.
every single conversation, every single episode is so powerful, like from the beginning to the end.
Yeah. This is the
Just the
game changer.
frequency and energy in itself. Like I'm so
Yeah.
like and another thing I also want to add to this is like for me, the one podcast is also powerful and I love it too because it's like it keeps me in this
World reality.
world. Yeah, like because it's so easy to get caught up in this 3D reality. It's so easy to get caught up in this like just thoughts and what
Matrix.
yeah, matrix, 3D like matrix, So this just keeps me staying in this,
Yeah.
like look at this energy I have. Like I would not have this energy if I'm like thinking about going to work tomorrow.
And keep in mind, what you are aware of is what you become. So by you being just aware of the topics that we're talking about on the one podcast, which is you are
Yeah.
God, you control your reality,
Yeah.
and so much more, esoteric, rare, sacred knowledge, this is a whole different world than any other world that you're going to be in because you're already in your own world. And you can already see just where Brandon's come from, that they like how they just said they went from here to there to here to there. So everybody's in their different stages of their growth cycle. So as more people are just becoming aware of just how powerful they are, the things that they can do, living in their own authenticity, not giving a fizzuk. You know what I mean? What anybody thinks of me, is just a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
I was gonna say I totally forgot, but when he was talking about his upbringing, but also like just his story, I was
Mm-hmm.
gonna say, isn't it beautiful that you created this
Mm-hmm.
12 that you created this?
Exactly. Exactly. You see what I mean?
How?
You see how powerful that is? That's powerful to let somebody be aware of that if they're not aware of that.
Yeah,
Now you can kind of like walk around with your chest out. Yeah, I got abused or whatever, and then I become this.
yeah,
Do something, and he sounded like he was talking with an authority, with a self,
yeah.
talking about it. He wasn't talking like a victim, but you hear many people having that perspective of yeah, this happened to me, that happened to me. So there's probably something else currently happening to them too, because that's how
Yeah,
they see life. Is these things have happened to me, and so something else is probably happening to them in that very present moment.
yeah, literally, yeah,
Very,
yeah.
very powerful discussion. I'm looking forward to deliver this to our people, man. This is
Me too, yeah.
exciting. But I know it's late over there. It's already
Yeah,
12,
I should
12.
be going to sleep now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let you get some night
All
rest.
right.
But just know that he loves you.
Okay, love you too.
This is one podcast. We
Let's
love
go.
you all. TOP,
The One
the one
Podcast.
podcast.